like
And I need to open the chat. When's the last time we streamed, chat? It was like last week or something. It's been a little bit. We've had a lot of stuff going on, so been a little while since we've been live. Apologies for the apologies for the unorganized
a lot of the work has already begun, but like sort of
nature of this stream right now, but
talking about all
we're getting it together.
we are going to do about
Let's see, YouTube.
So that's a good segue into a question from IMTK, who's asked, "What's the biggest?"
Did YouTube go live, Chad?
That the team is looking to
Hold on, let me
change
see.
by release, or at least close to the period after release.
Let me see. Why are my chats not linked here?
I think the survival stuff, like the run texture and the survival stuff, is probably one of the
YouTube. Are you live?
putting a lot of different.
Yes, YouTube is live.
Like we're thinking about.
All right, bet YouTube is up. Sorry, YouTube, you guys are late. We've already been talking for like 30 minutes. That's totally my bad. That is totally my bad. Trying to get both chats up right now.
From AI combatants to resources to loot, all is part of that.
Where is StreamerBot?
Pretty big amount of stuff that we're doing in that space.
Platforms, Twitch, YouTube. Why is it not refreshed?
Land a little bit better, like the immersive fantasy stuff. Wish we could share some examples, and we will definitely.
We'll see. Maybe it'll refresh.
But there's a lot of work we're putting into that too, to make sure that it really feels.
All right, I think we're finally set, Chad. I've got everything up.
That it mirrors the intensity of like the experience that we intend on the planet. You know, like really, a marathon is supposed to be about surviving Tau Ceti and the marathon, ship, and surviving that situation. Right now, it just feels like it's purely about surviving other players, and we want to really make sure that that all comes together.
Oh my god, dude!
Standpoint in a really impactful way.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest one on combat is just.
Oof. Dude, at this point in time, does anybody want to be a social media manager? Because I don't.
For players to kind of like resolve different scenarios.
I would not want to be a social media manager right now.
To be able to, again, go to the point earlier, like you have to be able to peel off of AI, understand how to fight different AI, different players, how you get out, get more variety in there, and then being, we did have a lot of good feedback around. It requires 2 people to do anything in the game, or 2 or more, and also like how much you're reviving, and like the time it takes that for them other enemy team to or enemy squad to revive.
Can you guys hear them talking, by the way, or did I put it down way too low?
The rezzing stuff, but
Might have turned it on too much.
Yeah, the res stuff. We're changing how that works, so that when you actually do get a pick on an enemy crew, they can't res in the time that it takes you to heal to full, which I think was a kind of a big problem. So we wanted to make sure that you by yourself have more agency and can actually affect more change in the world, but also the world really pushes back a lot more on you. So I think that's probably the biggest trend of feedback on combat that we're actively, tackling from a ton of different angles, like on combatants and on, the runner side and on the weapon side.
You said honestly, they look so depressed. I'm not even trying to hear them.
No, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I was saying from the art side.
Oh man, it's true though. That's so real. This shit is crazy.
Sort of the
this shit is crazy
side of our visual world, and then it's the sort of narrative. It's supporting the narrative of the runner fantasy, which there's a lot of work to do, and those are the 2 biggest.
They do not want to be here
from the art side.
But again, I mean, kudos to them for actually showing up, because they could have ran, chat.
Yeah, so I got a question from Curiosity.
You said it's Friday. They got Monday Morning Vibes, right?
Customize and visualize, represent ourselves as players.
Pick it up.
The runner. This being one of my main questions for both gameplay and
anything good happened this week, chat? Anything good going on in anybody's life?
A little bit more like
any W's to celebrate in the chat?
Working on skin work for a while, in terms of just thinking about how to like give you visual options to express.
Joe's body language is getting me anxious and uncomfortable.
Because we're still in the process.
Honestly, I always get that vibe from him. As long as I've seen him now on multiple things, he usually has like the same demeanor. So
runners
I mean,
to
obviously, I think
customize,
he feels
both gameplay wise and
terrible about
also,
the situation,
in
but
terms of their
I
visual
usually he
sets.
usually gives the same vibe.
We're also looking at we're also making
Joe, on the other
weapon
hand, Joe
stuff
Joe
too to
looks
express your
Joe
weapons
looks more
and
nervous than
stuff,
usual.
different ways in multiple ways,
I do
not
remember-
just one.
That did
Again, it's
trigger
a tough
something that I
spot.
think we
It
forgot to
is
talk about
a
with
really
everyone
tough
here,
spot.
was, build crafting. How we're like sort of thinking a little bit more about how we want to make more distinct build crafting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
elements.
Joe is the dude
Yeah, we're
in the
tackling
black
build
shirt.
crafting improvements
I'm
in two
sorry.
vectors. One,
Oh my God,
the
they're
runner
both
team,
named
the runner
Joe.
team is really figuring that out
So
right now.
Joseph
they
Ziegler,
have some really,
who's like the
good
game
ideas
director, is the
of
guy in the
we're trying
black
to
shirt.
basically,
Joseph Cross
learn from what we
is the
had
dude in the
the
green
alpha
shirt. He's
and
like
then,
the head of
extend
the
it in
art
terms of, like, implants being
direction
a
and
bit
all
more
that stuff.
interesting, and kind of cores.
Yeah,
of
I
what
just
are
realized they're
features that
both named
people were
Joe.
kind of chasing, and so we're looking at how we can get
Two Joes.
plus up implants a bit more, so they stand up better alongside the cores. And then on weapons, we had perks only in like the upper tiers of attachments, like on purple attachments. And so that's, you'd have, like,
Oh my
purple
God.
magazine, that had a perk on it, or a purple
Yes.
barrel that had a perk. We're taking
Oh,
all of the, a
man.
lot of the perks and putting them into
That's
the chip
jokes.
attachment. And so they're not divided
That's
by the
jokes.
weapon or the weapon family anymore. Like the chips are generic, and so if you find a chip, you can put on any gun.
So it gives you more of like an anchoring element then, like this like verb that you can throw on a thing, and then
Yeah, and there's more chips at like lower rarities too. So we're really looking at how we can get more of that build crafting into the weapons. Versus,
Oh, I
like,
want to show y'all some
you need a
pics, chat,
specific
from
thing and there being
my
more
birthday weekend.
considerations for
We went up
what verb you
to
wanna
the
add
Catskills.
to
It was
the gun
fucking
overall.
awesome.
yeah,
So
Let me
that's
see
a
if I can
big
pull some
push that we're
pics
doing right now.
that's awesome.
and show you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
So I got a
from
question
an art
from
side,
Ethan.
I'm super excited about the whole cosmetic side, the fashion game that we're gonna deliver. Our characters, our base characters.
They
have
want to
such a
talk
unique
about
look,
this game so
sort of
bad and
specific
not
to
have
our
to worry
visual
about
world
all
that
of the stuff that's going on, but
it's a question we've gotten a lot.
you
about
literally can't. Like,
what kind of
it
range, what kind of
sounds so
aesthetic or
difficult
visual
just to be
range,
excited about what you
does
came to
runners
talk about
support?
today.
And their answer is all of them. So, yeah, we're very excited to start rolling out looks and sort of ways for players to identify more specifically with certain runners or styles or fashions. And
Cool. Cosmo.
So I got a question from Ethan.
All right, go
Has the
lives
team
are out. I'm good
reconsidered
off of
its
that.
stance on proximity chat, or
Is chat working on
exploring other
YouTube?
ways to encourage more emergent social interactions between
me
rival
see.
players and squads?
Yeah, I think that's one of the areas that we're still brainstorming around. You know, is like how do you use Signal?
Oh,
to
next
other
time
people?
also,
Like,
next
you know,
time,
the classic friendly.
we're gonna
you know, like
test
how-
TikTok.
what's our
I could
version of
actually
that, you
test
know?
it right now, honestly.
Or is there a way that you can use those things?
But
in
do I want to
interesting
do
ways
that
to
right
keep
now? Do I want to do
contribution
fucking
down? We don't have a
free
solution to
stream?
it
Yo,
just yet,
what's
you know,
good, Jay?
but we are talking through.
Been a
it.
minute, Brody. I ain't spoke to you, man. I ain't been live in a minute, to be honest. I haven't really been on Twitch in a minute. But how you been, dude? What's good, Jay?
I got a question from Agent. Says, would love to hear about the materials for each faction.
Said the
I feel like
community
there's
so
way
aggro
too
for
many
proximity
faction
chat?
materials, and it's insanely overwhelming.
As somebody who
Materials for
doesn't
each faction.
use
Oh, you mean for
proximity
the
chat,
upgrades, like
I'm
stuff,
not
for
gonna
the
lie
upgrades
to
and
you.
stuff.
Right.
I think
I
right
don't
now
really
we're
care whether
talking
it's in
about
the game or
materials
not, but I
a little bit,
understand
you know,
why
how it
people
all
want it.
aligns to different
So I do think
things.
at the
There's
end
a
of the
couple
day, it
things
should
that
be
I
an
think we've learned
optional
from
thing.
Alpha. One is that
But we'll see.
we want
All right,
more
we'll see what
materials
they
that
end
are
up
kind of
doing.
like a little bit more memorable and evocative, like we said. You know,
Because I
we
think that's the way to go,
we like
right? Why
things
not
like-
give people the
like
option to
taking
just turn it
tokens
on
out
and
of
turn it off?
because it
It's like
just
what I
kinda
do in
has
every
this,
single
like,
game with voice chat. I turn off
interesting,
voice
evocative, like,
chat
kind of like, but
every time I
kind
get
of
into a game. You will never
question
hear
what
me
it's
in voice
about.
chat.
So the creative
Because I don't
thinking
want to
of
hear
some of
that
the
shit.
materials
Whatever's
we'll
going
take a
on.
second pass
I
at,
don't
but
want to hear it.
But the other part of it is there is a lot of materials and they're all like sort of value graded, like in terms of thinking about, you know, like greens, blues.
Oh,
purples, and
man.
stuff like that.
Jay, how you been,
And try to
dude?
make it a little bit easier for you to
What's good
understand
with
the
you?
value of a material, you know, as it sort of is used across different things between.
Oh,
like, sort
by
of
the
recipes for
way.
trading versus.
By the way, chat.
Like.
I shared a dub the
upgrades
other
and things of
day
that
in
sort.
the
It's like a
Discord,
sort of a
but I haven't been
top-down, how
live
do we use
since. But
materials kind of
we
thing,
officially got
we're looking
into
We do think
the
that
Destiny
it's-
Creator Program.
It's less about how
We
many
are
materials as opposed
officially
to it being
in
clear
that
how
shit.
they're used, you know? Like,
And that was a
'cause
huge,
part of it is
huge
that
W
we
for
do want
us.
there to be a big diversity of different types of
Huge
things that
W
you
for
wanna
us.
do,
Hold on, let me look
but
at
it's about
the.
you associating it with the value that
Where did
you're
I
gonna be
post the
getting
thing
from it.
at?
That's super important, and I think that we're.
But yeah, we
we're
got
still
the
a little
email
loose on
like
that,
what was
and
it,
we're trying to
Tuesday,
get that
Monday or
along.
Tuesday?
Yeah, we did a big pass on.
Yeah, we got the email like Monday or Tuesday
which is
that we were like officially in.
Had a pass,
and I was at the park shooting around, chat. I fucking lost my mind. Like, I couldn't believe that shit was real. Hop in the trials while you listen. Bet. Good luck in trials, Brody. Good luck in trials. You don't need my luck, but you know.
I kind of understand that, and so there's a lot of theming discussions.
But I appreciate you, dude.
Oh,
you said things have been better?
The look sets of them as well, how they sit in the environment. We're still looking at the looting moment as well. So when you open,
we gotta catch up.
Container, that
I ain't been around in a minute, but we gotta catch up.
That, like, some folks feel like that it kind of like the pop in.
I hope,
like,
you know, whatever it is, you know, I hope it gets better for you, dude.
Container, the searching essentially is what it is.
I've been going through my own shit, to be honest, recently, but
your internet is slow or something.
You know, we move.
So really
I ain't been live in a minute for a
searching
variety of reasons, but
when you find something in there, whether it's a material or valuable or something.
Oh, you said he got hurt? Oh, you got hurt? What happened?
That we're looking at the organization of the materials.
Oh my god, I almost died.
What they're used for.
Is this something serious, or you know?
When you find a specific one, you're like, oh yes.
Hopefully it's not.
The other thing, it's probably. I mean, we haven't had a question about it yet, but I feel like we should talk about it. Is bag space and all that kind of stuff.
That's good,
right, Joe?
As long as you're on the road to recovery, my guy. Good luck.
Yeah, we've definitely.
Get well soon, dude. Get well soon.
Things, including around backspace, which is like we want you to feel the tension of obviously what you pick up and how much of it you pick up, right? But we also want you to like think more about what, like right now, for example, I would say
I have not really paid attention to anything that has been said on this stream chat outside of what we spoke about in the beginning. And I feel like that's going to be the general consensus in the community right now from everybody who's tuning in. I think that's going to just be the case. Because it's kind of hard to really focus.
You know, or like basically some of the sizing of different types of things inside of your bag just to make it.
But I'll probably come back to this.
Better, but there's a lot of iterations we're going to do on that front. We are going to make it probably a little bit.
I'm just kind of waiting to hear if they're going to say anything else about the situation, or if anybody asks any questions about it.
And things of that sort. So we're shifting some of those.
Kind of why I'm hanging around.
Base bag space is always the topic of conversation. Base bag space is always the big discussion.
I think we're still talking about base bag space. You know, like basically the thing is we don't want you to not feel like you want to get a bag. You know, right? Like I think it's like it's weird if you always feel like you have enough space and you.
Let me see. Did I even boot up Destiny? Oh shit, I did.
That we're still one, like we still want to make sure that tension.
I did.
Yeah.
So I got a question from Zionless. It says, is there plans to add guaranteed ways to build craft? I heard lots about build crafting, but not being able to get a loadout I designed without hopefully randomly stumbling upon it sounds bad. I would like to see crafting system, or at least have the option to change.
Oh, that's a good question.
Material expenses.
I think we're trying to make the lower level of build, like the baselining of build crafting, something that you can establish through your black market a little bit easier, you know, like acquire and build in that way. But there's always going to be like a difference when it comes to high rarity things. High rarity things, like for example, there will be builds that involved having a really rare item that may not be something you can always have. But like we want you to get more involved at the lower level of build crafting where you feel like you can actually kind of do that kind of thing. But yeah,
good question.
I think we
build crafting is definitely one of those things that a lot of people wanted to know about. I did too. But you can kind of build craft, like you said, through the black market with upgrades. You can unlock permanent things in the black market, so you can always have them there to purchase and kind of establish your loadout before you jump in. So yeah, that's a good question.
We want to have you have verbs that you're like, I like when I'm playing glitch, and like this is like the overall verb set I would like for the glitch, and you having more opportunity to be able to go back to that.
Before I jump on Destiny chat, does anybody actually want to run dungeons? Is there anybody here who wants to join up for some dungeons?
I think it's like
you don't got to worry about comms or anything like that. We're just gonna run it on you know, what is it, Eternity mode, which is like the base level difficulty.
We want you to have like the
reason being, there's a lot of loot you can get. Bungie actually made some updates in Rite of the Nine. For anybody who doesn't know, now the nonary manifold materials that drop, like the currency you use to purchase stuff from the chests, the weapons and whatnot, they doubled the drops for those, and they activated the ability for loot to now drop off of enemies. So literally, as you're running around just killing shit, you can have loot drop in the game. And that includes on the higher difficulties like Eternity mode and in Ultimatum, you can now get hollow foils and adept hollow foils. I mean, adepts and adept hollow foils on higher difficulties, and on all difficulties you can get hollow foils to drop and like regular weapons to drop. So yeah, it's really cool for the folks who don't really you know, care to take on the challenge or don't feel like they can just yet, and they just do explore mode. You could just jump in explore mode even and get a chance at getting some shinies. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Friday the 9 is definitely dropping some loot right now, and I think there's supposed to be some events coming up too that reward you with more drops, like bonus loot drops. So it's gonna be pretty rewarding, chat. It's gonna be a good time if you're trying to catch up and get some loot before Edge of Fate. Friday the 9 is gonna be the thing to jump into for sure. For sure.
Rezzing feels a bit too free. We're also taking a look at the messaging. I know that there's the little the little stick figure above the bags and stuff that we adorably call the little gentleman above the bags. We're looking.
Yeah, what's going on, Parables?
That actually being a tell.
I see you in the YouTube chat. What's good?
Camp the bags the entire time. We liked the texture of being able to know whether or not.
Why is YouTube chat not there? It is now. I see YouTube chat on this main screen.
Coalesce around the
Let's go.
But I think we're seeing that there's, once you give too much information, obviously, like it just like.
Is there a limit on resurrection coins? Depends on the difficulty.
You can stay in the area.
Depends on the difficulty, but yeah, if you're doing like the ultimatum mode, yeah.
We agree with the baseline is that
I've only done eternity mode once. I can't remember off the top of my head if there's
we're not looking
res tokens. Does anybody remember that?
You get fully dead, like. You feel like
well, now I'm about to head home, exhausted. I feel that. It's Friday though. You know what I'm saying? It's time to kick back, relax, enjoy the weekend.
Continuously dying, and then rezzing does feel really clutch when you do.
We're about to jump into Destiny in a moment, chat. So no worries, no worries.
Ultimately, is that if a person gets downed,
we were just listening in on this marathon AMA, and for anybody who tuned in late or might have missed everything that's going on with Bungie, there's like a whole, you know, situation going on where some art was stolen by, you know, a vendor that Bungie worked with on Marathon. So it's like a whole thing. They've already addressed it. We talked about this already at length. Right now they're just kind of talking about Marathon. It's probably going to end in a moment. But yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing this entire time up until this point. We're about to transition over to Destiny though in a moment. Do some Ride of the Night stuff, maybe play some trials. So again, if folks want to jump in and do dungeons, don't worry. We don't need no comms, no nothing. You can just join up, ! Join. Fire team power is on, so don't worry about your power levels. Just get in here and let's get some loot.
We definitely don't want it to like remove it from the game entirely, because we do think that it gives a bit more of that social texture to the crew play, or even like if you're playing, you know, whether a duo or a trio or something. But we definitely don't want to make it like the obvious choice where there's no.
I need to get some snacks in here, dude.
Death to matter, and I think that
I don't know why, but I am so hungry right now, Chad. I am so hungry right now.
So I've seen a lot of questions in chat.
And I just ate breakfast maybe like
there's another question. It's like, where
30 minutes ago?
Are they coming? You want to speak to any of it?
We have plans for like a lot of alien stuff coming.
Already got the navigator for the mission. Nice.
I want to talk about. There is some other.
You know, it's funny when they dropped the quest. I was jumping on the game to help somebody out running the dungeon, so I didn't even go to the emissary to pick up the quest. I mean, I don't need the exotics, but still, I didn't even go to pick up the quest. So I did an entire run without the quest. So I still have the quest, which I'll get done at some point.
Part of the baseline of.
And somebody had asked me the question on
the table stakes
on one of our videos. Somebody asked me a question. They were like, "Is the quest like repeatable?" And I haven't done it yet, obviously, but for the folks who have finished it, if you got your navigator, I know that when you look at the quest, it shows navigator, hierarchy, and I think Gallahorn, right? So, and y'all can just let me know when you finish the quest, does it go away? Does it progress to the next step that you just can't do yet? You know, because I'm assuming that when the next dungeon comes out, you'll be able to earn the other exotics. That's how I understand it. But if somebody could just confirm that, if that's how it works, I don't know. I mean, we'll know next week once once Ghost of the Deep drops.
But that doesn't mean that we're not invested there or anything. It doesn't. It just means that.
But my assumption is you'll be able to get all the exotics by the end of the event. And it seems like Bungie's cooking up some updates. They teased yesterday that Hierarchy of Needs is going to be getting some kind of rework or buff or something like that. When Edge of Fate drops, we don't know what it is just yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, like ultimately,
You can't do it again. Well, no, I know. So you can't do it again this week. That much I know. But usually, like when you finish a quest, I don't know if it shows this way, but does it just kind of like hang on that step? You know what I'm saying? Or does the quest just disappear completely? Maybe it just disappears completely. I don't know. But I guess we'll see next week, because they did say online, they wrote like a whole thread. The intention behind the rollout of Ready the 9 is, you know, to give you all these quests, to give you hollow foils for all the weapons, and give you the exotics. So I do think you will be able to get the exotics. I just don't know the way that it's going to roll out.
Building them even further in the future, and all those things are true. Yeah.
Because every dungeon's supposed to have 2 weeks, right? So well, now they're supposed to have 2 weeks. So if
time for one more question.
If Spire got the exotic quest on the second week, then maybe Ghost will get the exotic quest on the second week, and then, you know, Prophecy, same thing, maybe.
Locations that could be unlocked through collective community progress or completing some kind of
You complete it on your Warlocks, but you switch to Titan, can't pick it up again. I think that's how all the quests work, though, because we were trying to do that in the first week when it dropped. I was playing on my Titan, and then I switched over to my Hunter, and we were like, where the hell's the quest? And it was like gone. Not the exotic quest, like the other quest, like the weapon quest for the hollow foils. Those you can only do on one character also. So I think that's just how the quests are working.
As like a live game, we want to continuously sort of like add to these maps and think about them in the future. But yeah, Lars, I know you guys have talked about it.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to think about it, where you were just talking about the alien stuff and how we start at the baseline. I think the maps, we think about it in the same way. And obviously, there were some nooks and crannies in the maps that were in the alpha, and it obviously wasn't all of the content we plan to have when the game comes out. And so, but yeah, we see it as, again, creating like this really satisfying baseline, and then looking for room to grow and how we increase that complexity over time.
You said that's weird. The quest is account wide, but if you pick up on Titan, then you can't finish with your Hunter.
Working on right now, take that into account even more so than Perimeter and Marsh. Even though we had a lot of those conversations early on about Perimeter and Marsh as well, and then
I mean, yeah, that's basically what happened to me.
Like
what happened to me was I picked it up on my Hunter first. I had the quest, then I jumped on my Titan, and I was like, we were live, so it was a lot of stuff happening. I just kind of like ran some dungeons thinking that I had picked up the quest, and then I realized I didn't have it. So I went back to the emissary to go get the quest, and I couldn't pick up the quest because it wasn't there. So then I was like, where's the quest? I've not done it on my Titan yet. So then I went back to my Hunter, and the quest was there. So I was like, this is weird. So I said, maybe you can't pick it up on 2 characters. So I had deleted the quest from my Hunter, went back to my Titan, right? And then the quest wasn't there. I had to go to the tower and pick up the quest from the abandoned archive, if y'all know where that is in the tower. So I picked it up there, I finished the quest, and then I was like, okay, cool, this gives you a hollow foil. Maybe you can do this quest on all characters. So I went to my Hunter, I went to my Warlock, no quest. So yeah, it's once you do any of the quests, the hollow foil quest or the exotic quest, it's like 1 per account. Which kind of sucks for the hollow foils, because I really wanted to farm those on my all characters, but
yeah,
that's fine. The ability now to have hollow foils and stuff just drop randomly off of enemies as you're killing. You fight how many enemies in one run, chat, when you're doing a dungeon? Like hundreds, right? We fight hundreds of enemies during a dungeon run. So that's a lot of chances at adept hollow foils, regular drops. Like, that's a lot of drops. Our vault is about to be crying right now. That's exactly what you did. You said you need to delete it from your Hunter, pick it up from your Titan. Yeah. So if you have the quest on another character and you're not finished with it, you can abandon that quest on that character and then pick it up from the kiosk on another character. But if you complete it on one character, you can't pick it up on another character. That much we figured out the first week when we were playing. Because yeah, I was like, why can't I wanted to do it on my alt, so I was like, why can't I find this quest on my other characters? Like, what's going on? You say you didn't do the pre-order now because you're still a college student, but you will buy before July? Nice. Nice. Yeah, you got time. There's no rush. Like usually when Destiny stuff is dropping, I will personally, everybody's situation is different, but personally, I always go for the minimum of the $100 version because the way I look at Destiny, it's a game that I play, chat, and it's a game that I play everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I participate in everything. So I'm going to experience all the content, the DLCs, the seasonal stuff, the dungeons, all of that. I just buy the $100 version. I look at Destiny as a subscription game, even though that's not what it is, even though that's not what they call it. That's how I look at it. I paid my $100 for the year, chat, and I got a full year of Destiny. That's how I've always done it. That's how I'll continue to do it. But that's just me. There's, everybody plays Destiny in different ways. People, like some of the game. They don't really, they're halfway in, halfway out, whatever the case might be. Do what's best for you. But me personally, I always say if you're gonna play, you want the full experience, get the $100 version. That's it. You get the whole thing, get the DLC, get the season pass, and just be set with it. But if that's not the case and that's not your situation, you could always just, pick up the DLC, pick up the seasons as we go along. And, usually they have sales and stuff, if you wait. But yeah, dude, I can't wait. I cannot wait, chat. We're already halfway through May. June is right around the corner. And before you know it, it's going to be July. Crazy. It is crazy. By the way, if anybody hasn't told you, chat, this shader, the Sanguine shader that you usually would have to pay silver for, that's in the Eververse store, is on sale for Bright Dust. I picked this shit up immediately. I mean, red is my favorite color, but I'm a little biased, but I had to have that one. Had to. Let's go to the tower. Heavy metal event is also over. So if you didn't get a chance to finish up heavy metal and earn yourselves Destiny's first ever combat sparrow, the event is over for now, but Bungie did say we'll be back. And, I seen people say like, oh, why are they only putting it out now? And, why is it only a week? And when is it going to come back? And whatever the case might be. Heavy metal is essentially a teaser of events that we're going to be getting going forward. For anybody who might have missed it, events are going to be a thing now. Outside of holiday events, these are not holiday events. These are just events in the game. So Bungie teased some of that on their Edge of Fate stream. So some of y'all might have remembered they mentioned Arms Week is going to be an event. Heavy metal is going to be an event. And they kind of just gave us like a preview of what an event in Destiny is going to feel like. So, it was cool. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. Is it a game mode I'd want to see permanently in a game? No. I think it works best as a limited time thing. You get in, you get out. I know some people are going to be like, yeah, but I didn't get a chance to get the sparrow. I don't think, rewards like that are some that you have to lose sleep over. Like, yeah, is it a combat sparrow? Is it one of a kind? Absolutely. But depending on what the frequency of these events are going to be, I think that's going to dictate how people feel about it. Because yeah, there could be some FOMO, and it depends on the type of rewards you can get. But I would say outside of the combat sparrow, which isn't meta defining or anything like that, it's just a cool thing to have. Outside of that, you could get like the nightfall weapons, like the normal versions. That was in the loot pool. So it was cool. It was a cool way to get some loot, cool way to get some things. And it was just a fun activity, honestly. So, you said the New Land Beyond is pretty strong. 4 shots for 1 champ. I haven't played with it enough. I need to equip that thing and put some time in. You can check the timeline. Bungie got an update. Wait, what? Check the timeline. You talking about the time? This timeline? Or we talking about something else? I might have missed the context for that. Oh, wait, shit, that's kind of cool. It shows you here that I pre-ordered it. Hey, that's kind of sick. Do they have trailers here? I was gonna say, Chad, they got trailers? I watched that trailer for Renegades one more time. I really want to see them flesh out this this timeline feature because I think it's really cool. I do think this timeline feature is really cool, but I just think it's kind of bare bones at the moment. Like you can watch some cool cutscenes and, you know, replay some missions and whatnot, but I think there's a couple more iconic missions from Destiny's past that I'd love to see added here because I hear a lot, right? People are always saying like, you know, if you want to get into Destiny, there's a lot of game that you got to buy, right? You got to buy a ton of DLCs. You got to play through all the old content. You got to catch up. And I personally, I don't really agree with that. I think you could just start Destiny anywhere and just kind of jump in. And if your gripe with it is I'm behind on the story, I don't really know what's going on, whatever the case might be, listen. If you were going to go and play back through all the campaigns just to get the story, fine, if that's what you want to do. But I'll put it to you like this, you don't need to. You're perfectly fine going to YouTube. Usually when I play other games, if I'm jumping into a franchise and I'm late for, I'll go to YouTube. There's so many people who make comprehensive series covering the game, you know, summaries and whatnot that you can get real quick. That's just for story stuff, right? Because outside of that, you don't need to buy the DLCs to play old campaigns that are going to give you loot that you don't need, that are not even, you know, really relevant in the current sandbox. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't usually advise people like, yeah, buy all the old stuff, whatever the case is. Just start where we are. Especially now that we're jumping into Edge of Fate. We're about to start a new saga. Just jump into the new stuff, dude. You know, like download the game now. It's free. Play some Ride of the Nine, whatever events come out, whatever's free, play that. And then just start from Edge of Fate, you know? But with that being said, I would love to see Bungie just add more of the iconic missions from Destiny's past to this timeline and flesh it out some more so that, yeah, you could say, look, you don't have to buy Forsaken and Shadowkeep and Beyond Light and Witch Queen. You could just play through the iconic moments, you know what I mean? The defining moments for each of those DLCs, you know, maybe get a badge or something to say that you experienced that, right? And then just move forward, you know, and continue with the story. I think that should be the route that Bungie goes going forward, is really flesh this thing out. And I think, you know, players as well should feel comfortable being able to say like, yeah, I don't need to buy the old DLCs and everything. I could just jump into the timeline. This should be the thing that we're able to recommend to new players to say, yeah, dude, you want to catch up? Jump into the timeline. Because that's what it's for. But I just don't think that right now it's fleshed out enough to really like give you everything that you need to feel like you're in the know. And I mean, this combined with the other ideas we've had, like adding a codex would be perfect, you know, to flesh the game out. Giving us some kind of codex, again, not to flesh out a whole bunch of details. We have the lore tab for all of that stuff, but just to give like basic context of characters, who they are in the universe, locations, what their significance is. You know what I mean? Like basic stuff. A very basic codex will go a long way in this game to really flesh that out. You combine that with a fleshed out timeline system. Perfect.
Is that what you sell to the Guardians?
You said you think the event card will be free in the future? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. You said Bife got my back. Oh man. Started playing Destiny on your first year, second semester of college. Oh shit, sick. Nice. And yeah, don't get me wrong. Like you can definitely, there's nothing wrong with buying the DLCs. That's not the point of what I'm saying either. You know, especially when they're on sale and if you could pick them up on sale, pick them up, dude. Like they are fun to play through. I'm just saying that a lot of times when I post things, like I got a video right now that I just posted on TikTok and I'm talking about, you know, this being a new saga, a new chapter and players being able to jump in, and I got a million comments about, yeah, but it's so expensive. And, you know, other times I've said this, people are like, it costs hundreds of dollars to play Destiny. It's like, That's not, that context is just not true. It does not cost hundreds of dollars. Destiny's a free to try game. And you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars to play old content. You don't. That's, to say that is disingenuous in my opinion. You don't have to play all the old content to play Destiny. You know, you can absolutely download Destiny, and I would say just play whatever's current. If somebody was starting Destiny today, what I would say to them is buy Final Shape, right? And get the seasonal content. Play the full year of content, right? Play Final Shape, play all of that stuff. Play the full year, right? And if you really want to catch up on something and you're like, but I want to, you know, experience Destiny, play the Final Shape. See how things just ended. See what, you know, Bungie's setting up for the future, and then jump into Edge of Fate. That's what I would say. But to tell somebody to go buy Witch Queen and Final Shape and all that other kind of stuff, I mean, Witch Queen and Beyond Light and Shadowkeep and Forsaken, nah, like you don't need to. You really don't need to. You know, you really don't need to. You can just go and watch a YouTube video, dude. Pull up a lore channel. Bife anybody. There's a ton of lore people. Pull up a lore channel, you know, and just watch that. Catch up on the story. But gameplay wise, you don't need to play that stuff. You don't. You really don't. You played at the end of season 15. What was season 15, chat? What was season 15? I've lost track of what season we're in, to be honest. I just recently found out we're in year 8 because during the Edge of Fate reveal, they said year 8 is coming up. So we're currently in year 7. But as far as what season it is, I have no idea what season we're in. Completely lost on me. All right. With that being said, again, chat, if anybody wants to jump in for some Ride of the Nine stuff, ! Join. If you've already got me added, feel free to join my fire team. If not, I'm going to jump into this dungeon right now and try to do it solo. Actually, what I could do is, because I haven't done the Explorer mode, and I know they just added the ability to get holofoils, get shinies to drop. So I kind of want to run through an Explorer mode just to see what the drop rate is for the folks out there who are doing just Explorer modes. And then maybe we'll do Eternity mode and see what the drop rates are for that. Maybe we'll do something like that. You know, and just kind of test it out. But absolutely, if anybody wants to jump in, if you want to do a dungeon, you know, you're looking for folks to run with, I needs people. I need people. So if anybody wants to jump in, feel free. We got a lot of 2020s here. My vault, look, chat, look at this. I'm at 699. Yo, is this a wild link has appeared in the YouTube chat. What's good, Brody? Streaming on YouTube? Yeah, man. Been streaming on YouTube for a little bit, but we had to put a pause on it for a couple of weeks. But I just upgraded the internet, so now I can fully support multi-streaming without lagging like crazy, which we were doing. We are going to be streaming on TikTok as well. I could go live on TikTok right now. I really could. I probably should. Should we go live on TikTok, chat? I should. The TikTok community, our TikTok community is fucking awesome. Like, and I do want to get things started over there. I had set up the TikTok stream to be able to do that. And I did do a test stream. The problem with TikTok is, like, when you set up YouTube and Twitch and stuff, you have a stream key and you can put that stuff in and kind of manage it from OBS. TikTok has to approve you for a stream key. And right now I'm sitting at like 870 followers and I need 1,000 before I believe I can apply and get approved for a stream key. But I mean, I applied anyway, so I haven't got accepted. The only way I can stream outside of that is to use their dedicated app to stream from. And I don't know how that app is going to run on my computer if I launch it with OBS. Like, I don't know how intensive it is. I mean, fuck it. We can give it a try and see. Maybe we'll blow the stream up. I don't know. You can join for a quick dungeon? Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think we already added each other, so just feel free. You can join up on the fire team. Nah, we don't do that TikTok. Well, we do TikTok, bro. We do TikTok. We definitely do TikTok. TikTok has been my best performing platform. I mean, even though we did hit partner on YouTube, and YouTube has always been our best performing platform. You know, we got the Twitch streams, which we're continuing to grow. We're almost at 300 followers actually on Twitch. Did I say TikTok? I meant Twitch. Twitch is always, you know, still growing. We're about to hit 300 followers on Twitch, which is awesome. But yeah, TikTok has been our best platform. Like, we just started this year. Like our TikTok goes crazy, dude. So, you know, it's definitely a platform that, you know, I put a lot of time into. But it doesn't look like my shit is working properly. See, this is what I was saying. This is the problem. Maybe I have to add a different camera. Yeah, about to see some behind the scenes. Yeah, see, I can't do TikTok. I gotta set up the I gotta set up the camera. Right now my camera's being used in OBS. See, that's the problem. You want to do TikTok streams, but they got their own dedicated app. So fucking shit up. Yo, what's going on, Red? Appreciate the 12 months. Hey, let's go. We got a 1 year sub in the chat. What's going on, Red? How you been, dude? Yo, Link, how you been, Brody? I just read that comment in your voice, man. Get that cheese out of here. Miss you, man. You say, hey man, can you help me with this dungeon? Hey, you got the game downloaded? Exclamation point join, dude. Exclamation point join. If anybody's on the game, or if you got me added, we got one more spot left in the fire team. Exclamation point join. I'm being dead ass, bro. I'm being dead ass. You playing, I'm not. It doesn't matter if you played in a while, you not played in a while, if you got 0 power, no excuses. We got fire team power on, so boot up. Get your ass in here. All right, let me get my loadout, chat. Ooh, I don't even know what I want to use. I'm gonna use like random shit, to be honest. We're not even gonna go with a sweaty loadout. We're gonna use some random stuff. I just need space. That's my biggest issue right now. I got no space for anything. I've got 1 slot in my vault right now. My vault is crying, and Bungie just buffed the loot drops, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, chat. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got a lot of 2020s in here, but do I need anything to infuse? Anybody need some 2020 stuff to infuse stuff with? Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. Hold up. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. I moved the wrong screen over. You said you'll clear my vault? Yeah, all right. You said you got to re-download it? You say you good, just school and all that? That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I know I said it before, but I mean it, bro. We got to catch up. I'm not even joking. This is not one of them. This is not one of those times. You chat, y'all know when you got that friend, you're like, yo, we got to catch up sometime. Or maybe it's just somebody that you know, you're like, yeah, we got to catch up. And it's like, y'all never catch up. I'm being dead ass. It's not one of those. We got to like seriously catch up. Sure. You said Socks and Neuer 420 might make a return. Wait a minute, that was you on TikTok? Yo, I seen a comment. Somebody said that on TikTok, and I didn't know that was you, Red. That was this guy. You just sold yourself out. That was you. That was you. By the way, chat, if you're on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It helps out a lot. Helps with the algorithm so folks can find our stream over on YouTube. And if you haven't already, check out some of our recent content. We got some guides up on the channel that we made, some discussion videos and whatnot. We got some more content coming out. You know, we don't do this stuff full time, so the cadence is a little slower than your favorite YouTubers, but you know, we're doing the damn thing. We got a lot of shorts and TikToks and whatnot. So if you guys are not following us on all platforms, make sure you guys go do that on X, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Blue Sky. Join the Discord if you're not in there already. Your vault is now at 609. I'm jealous. I am so jealous. My vault could never. My vault could never. Wait, what? He's opening a new gym in a couple weeks? I gotta hit him up. I ain't spoke to him in a minute. I miss a lot of things because I'm not on Instagram, but your vault is at 400? I don't believe you. You know what? Actually, I do believe you. I think you showed us your vault last time. But yeah, you see this? My vault is at 699, chat. This is my vault. This is my vault. But I'm going to delete a ton of armor. I'm definitely going to do that. Because now with armor 3.0 coming in, we don't need all this armor. So my armor is going to be the first thing to go. And then we'll get rid of, you know, other stuff. We got to go through some weapons. But yeah, we gotta clean the vault out, chat, before Edge of Fate gets here. For sure. All right, let me get my weapons real quick. And again, we got one more spot left in the fire team. So if anybody wants to join up, exclamation point join. If you already got me added, just feel free to this mother. Let's do this fucking guy. Are you proud of yourself, Red? You proud of yourself, Red? Let's go with this. What heavy should we use? I feel like we should do a run of this dungeon with the dungeon weapons. Don't you think, chat? We should do a clear with the dungeon weapons. I think we should do that. We got a terminus with killing tally and reconstruction. Is that the best head? That's the only heavy we have, right? Maybe we should use that. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a full clear with just the dungeon weapon. Let's see, we got Wilder Flight. Yep, auto loading bait and switch. We've gotten some good drops now. We actually have gotten some good drops. Is there a primary? Oh yeah, liminal vigil. What else do we have in a primary slot? That I got them good drops. This guy, Mr. Orange Jesus over here. Yeah, are there no other primaries except for liminal vigil right now in the dungeon dropping? Is that it? In the kinetic slot? Shit. Okay, I gotta use liminal vigil, I guess. What do I have? Desperado. Desperate measures. Oh my god. This is gonna be an interesting run. Okay. So we got liminal. We've got Wilder Flight, bait and switch, and then we've got Terminus Horizon. This is gonna be a cooked ass loadout. New emotes? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got some new emotes. Yes, we do. I'm still gonna get more emotes. I've not forgotten about that. We gotta get some more. We gotta add some animated emotes and whatnot. I just need to find like a good artist to work with on that, or like somebody to just get some emotes off of. But yeah, I wanted to add some more emotes into the chat, so we did. I hope you guys enjoy them. Okay, let's infuse this real quick. And my bad, Dakagen. I'm gonna start this thing up in a moment. Derek, I don't know if you're free to join right now. You want to be the third? I mean, we're gonna do a quick explore mode if y'all don't mind, just because I want to see what the drop rate is for like hollow foils and stuff. I want to see what that drop rate is before we jump into eternity mode, just so we can kind of, you know, just to be able to say like, okay, cool, if you do explore mode, like this is what the drop rate is. Reloading this weapon automatically gathers nearby ammo. Ooh, we're gonna put that on. That is definitely the origin trait we're gonna put on. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna enhance this. Chat, how's the mic sounding today? Because I spent like the last couple of days kind of working on it, because the mic has been kind of popping and cutting and all kinds of stuff every time I listen to the audio after the streams. So I've been tuning it like little by little. I hate the fact we had our mic so perfect for a long ass time, and then one day the Elgato, the Wavelink app, I don't know if it bugged out, whatever the case was, but the entire app like reset and like hooked all my settings. So I've been rebuilding my mic from scratch for like months now. It's been so frustrating. But you know, last I checked it, which was like 5 minutes before the stream, because I usually do like a pre-stream check, but it sounded pretty decent. It's not to my standards, but it sounded pretty decent. Say, yeah, we got to all catch up. Yeah, dude, we definitely do. We definitely do 100%. Not 100 Brazil? Nah. Not because I don't want to. Hang out here a little bit longer. You're gonna learn a lot of things. I know a lot of people like sweat a lot on stats and stuff like that. I've never been one to grind armor, not because I don't want it. I play the game a lot. I run a lot of shit. We've done raids, dungeons, master modes, GMs, all kinds of stuff. Every source of high stat armor you could imagine, vendors, all that stuff, I've pulled it all. And this is the best armor stats that I have on my hunter after all these years. This is the best I have. And honestly, I don't really sweat it too much. Like, I'm able to do everything in this game without having like optimal stats, which is why I've always made the argument, if you want to optimize your stats, it's more of a choice than a requirement. There's nothing wrong with it at all, you know. Like, if you're the kind of person who optimizes stats, more power to you. I think that they are more valuable in, you know, instances like PvP, with like the timing and stuff like that. PvE, not so much. 100 Resil has diminishing returns anyway. Like 8 Resil is perfectly fine at this point with the damage resist that you do get. So, you know, I don't really sweat the Resil too much. If I could get 100 and I just had a burden of riches when it comes to stats, I would. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but yeah, the 100 Resil doesn't really make much of a difference from, I think from like 7 to 10, it doesn't really make much of a difference. What other games have I been playing? A lot, actually. A lot. So we recently played Marathon. That's one. We're in the Marathon Creator Program. Also, for the folks coming in, we got a big dub the other day in case you missed it, but we are officially in the Destiny Creator Program. So shout out to y'all for the support on that and making all these opportunities, you know, possible. I say this all the time, but none of this stuff is possible without you guys. So we got 2 big dubs this year, chat. In addition to the YouTube partner, ton of dubs. But other games that we've been playing, yeah, hold on, where's Steam at? Let me see. Oh, well, I haven't been able to stream this one, but there's a game that I got a code to from, I can't talk about it, chat, but I got a early code to a game that I've been able to play like off stream, which is really good. We played the Marathon closed alpha. Dune Awakening is another game. We didn't get a chance to play it because I was away, but that's another game that I do plan on playing when it comes out. I believe in June because it got delayed a little bit. What else did we play, chat? We played a couple other things. We played Elder Scrolls Oblivion when that dropped initially. We played Avowed. South of Midnight is a game that I wanted to stream, but a whole bunch of stuff was going on, so I ended up playing that off stream with like Alexa, just kind of vibing out in the living room. That's another great game that's come out this year. Ton of really good games, chat. Ton of really freaking good games that has come out this year. So yeah, we played a lot. Like almost every game that's dropped, we've either tried it out, played it a little bit, or still planning to play it. Like Doom the Dark Ages just came out, and that's a franchise I got into kind of late, the Doom franchise. But I played like the last 2 new Doom games, and they were awesome. So I downloaded that. I do plan on playing that at some point, if we get the time for it. But yeah, like we played a lot of different games. You say your most played now is World of Warships. Lestat server and Destiny 2. I've never played World of Warships. Is that the mobile game, or am I confusing that with a different game? Is that the mobile game? All right, we got our loadout. Jackagen is here. I think I just saw Derek sneak his ass online. Yeah, I see him booting up there. Let me shoot you an invite. All right, let me make sure I got these quests. Oh, shit. I just realized I have the quest picked up on my Titan. Hold on. I gotta switch characters real quick. I'm gonna switch characters up, chat. Just for the quest, because I do want to run this on my Hunter. I've been running a lot of shit on my Titan. Or should we go with the Titan? Or did I pick it up on my Titan? I don't know where I put this quest at. Hold up. It is on my Titan. Okay. Let's just abandon this. So y'all see, right? I'm showing y'all that in real time. I got these quests here, and I don't have them showing up on my Hunter. They're on my Titan. So I'm going to delete these. Just pick up these, get my notary manifolds. And then let's switch back over to the Hunter. We're going to have to go to the tower real quick and go to the abandoned kiosk. And hopefully Destiny does not make me look like a fool right now. And these quests are not there, and I'm just shit out of luck. But they should be at the kiosk in the tower. You can play it on the computer? Ah, okay. Cool. It's like a sim game, right? I am a fan of sim games. Like, folks in here might know I'm a huge fan of Microsoft Flight Sim. Love that game. It's not a game that I stream, but it is my guilty pleasure game. I love that game. And I've talked about it a lot, but I want to get a flight stick to be able to really just like immerse myself in the experience. Like, I fucking love that shit. Yeah, exclamation point join, and you can you'll get my gamer tag.
When you whisper to the void,
Is there a new quest? Yes. There's gonna be a new quest for Friday the 9 every single week. So Friday the 9 has 9 more weeks. There's gonna be 9 more quests. So the quests for Friday the 9 are essentially there to reward you with shinies. So all the different weapons that are available for the event are gonna have a quest tied to it to reward you with a shiny version. So if you don't get on to grind shinies, which I mean, at this point, shinies are gonna be dropping like crazy because they've basically buffed the drop rate by allowing them to just drop from anything in any mode. And that's just base shinies, like not adept shinies. Base shinies can drop in any mode: explorer mode, eternity mode, or ultimatum mode. Adept shinies and adepts can drop on any ad in eternity mode and ultimatum mode. So yeah, if you want to get on and grind stuff right now and get some shinies, some shiny adepts, whatever, like now is the perfect time to do that. But if you don't have the time and you just want to get one guaranteed, just pick up the quest, run the dungeon like once, and then you get the guaranteed drop. So everybody can get something out of this event. Everybody can get something. All right, I'm gonna shoot y'all an invite. Where you at? There you are. Add you. But yeah, if you guys ever want to play or jump in, if we're ever doing anything, exclamation point join. That'll give you the instructions for how you can join up. Just exclamation point join in the chat. Either chat. It should work on YouTube or Twitch. Either chat. If it's not working on YouTube, then let me know. I gotta fix something, but it definitely work on the Twitch chat. All right, let's do this. So quick run, like I said, explore mode. That is not where I want to go. We're gonna do a quick explore mode run. And then we're gonna switch over to eternity mode. And we're just gonna kind of compare the drop rates and just see how things are dropping from ads. Nice, it is working. Bet. Do I have the machine gun? You talking about this one? I do have the Terminus. This is actually a really good roll. I'm actually, I don't remember where I got this one from, if it was a random drop or from the quest. I don't remember exactly, but this is a nasty drop. This is a nasty drop. This Wilder Flight too. So this Wilder Flight, I'm actually kind of interested to try this out. These double fire GLs, they do pretty good damage. So the fact that I got an auto loading bait and switch, gonna be pretty good in your DPS rotation. Yeah, but this machine gun is pretty damn good. Derek, are you gonna join us for this one? I did see you get on. If you're not able to join right now, it's cool, because we're only doing Explorer mode. I'm gonna actually just start it up, and then you can join up. Use Dust Rock Blues, bro. I still have that shit. Don't play. I still have that shit. Listen, I'm one of the people in the community who held on to all of my Sunset shit. I never let it go. So when Bungie unsunset stuff, I was just sitting here like, yeah. You know how many people came into this chat? And when I would post my vault online, how many people were like, bro, you got all that garbage in there, man, delete it. I'm like, no, never. Never. You know, like I keep these things for collective purposes. You know, despite the fact that, yes, they take up slots in my vault, they mean something to me, Chad. These are iconic weapons in my eyes in the history of Destiny. Like when I look at these weapons, even if I don't use them, I can sit up there and go, I remember that era in Destiny when this thing was a beast, you know? So yeah, that's why I hold on to them. And over time, yeah, I've deleted some things. I've been able to let some things go, but there's certain weapons that like, I will just never let them go. Like my Kindle Orchid, even though, you know, I think, did they reprise that, chat? Kindle Orchid? I don't remember. I don't remember if they did, but yeah, you know, like it's just certain weapons. I will never let those go. Never. I gotta run that Not Forgotten. Dude, you joking? Like they unsunset those things because you can legit use those weapons. Like dead ass. Yo, what's going on, Bones? Happy Friday, my dude. What's good with you? How's everybody feeling today, chat? How's everybody feeling? You want me to run Dust Rock and Not Forgotten and play some trials? Oh my god, you know what I didn't do? I didn't pick up, oh, we don't need rally banners, I forgot. But I didn't pick up any rally banners. We were playing the contest mode, the ultimatum mode in this the other day. And I used all of my freaking flags, chat. All of them. Every last flag is gone. But yeah, let's pay attention to the drops, chat, and see how it works in terms of random drops for these weapons on like I want to see what the RNG rate is for me, at least. I mean, my RNG is terrible. Maybe I'm not the best example, but I want to see like what the RNG is for these random weapon drops off of enemies, because that's how it's supposed to work. Any enemy that we kill should be able to drop weapons, shiny weapons, regular weapons. We're only doing Explorer mode, so you can only get shinies and regular weapons, but curious to see like what that is going to look like. You got a 0 light level GL? There's a couple people that have had those. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, it's kind of wild. It is kind of wild. What is that? 3 of them? Am I tripping? Where's the last one at? Am I tripping right now? That one's on the roof, yeah, but why is this one not showing the node as if... Let me get the thing again. I don't know if y'all saw that, but I was only seeing 3 of the icons on the thing. That's why I was like, where's the 4th one if we finished all and they're ready to go? That was weird. Unless one of them was already finished and I just was blind. It was already closed, maybe. You say I don't know if I can get jiggy with PvP anymore, bro. I'm pretty sure you can. You'll never lose that. Oh, it happened to you too, Decagent? Okay. Yeah, I was tripping just now. That's why I was walking around looking like, what? Weird. All right, 1 encounter cleared, chat, and no weapons dropped off of the ad so far. You about to play Helldivers and Doom? Call it a day. Yo, Helldivers is fucking awesome. We played Helldivers a lot too. When that first came out, I downloaded it and I meant to like get back into it. I really did. But you know, I usually only play like either if we're streaming I'm playing, or in the Discord if like, you know, people need help with something or whatever the case is, I'll jump on and play if I have time. But that's usually like the most time that I have. Outside of that, it's kind of tough. So I don't really get time to like casually play like in my own spare time. Because if I have spare time, chat, y'all already know I'm usually touching grass. I'm outside. I'm outside, chat. I'm outside. But nah, Helldivers is fucking sick. And I will be trying out the new Dune Dark Ages at some point. Maybe next week we'll play that for a bit. I mean, we are getting Ghost of the Deep next week, so we'll be doing that for sure, but maybe we can fit in some Doom. Because I do have it downloaded, so. You're not good at connecting the lines? I mean, you know, depending on how many times you've run this, it does take a little bit of time to know like where they are in the positions and whatnot. The good thing is that, especially in Explorer mode, they mark it for you, so you can kind of start to practice and get a sense. So it's something you can definitely get better at for sure. You can definitely get better at it. You know, you just take your time. You find wherever the starting node is, and you just work your way along it. You know, over time, the muscle memory will kick in. Did I try Monster Hunter World? I did. So, Monster Hunter fans are gonna kill me because I don't remember the one that I played. I want to say I've played Monster Hunter World. Anybody who was here when I did play that can correct me, but I want to say I have played that one. The newest one I did not play. The newest one I didn't. When I played the one that I did play, if it was World, if I remember correctly, you know, I enjoyed it. I played with a friend who's like a huge Monster Hunter fan, so like, you know, he was trying to get me into the franchise. I had a really good time. Like I had an insect glaive build. You know, put a lot of time into that. But for myself, I couldn't find the attraction to it. You know what I mean? It didn't like hook me where it became a game where I was like, I want more of it, if that makes sense. But it was a good game. It really was. And I did have a lot of fun when I played it, but it didn't really like stick with me. So when the new one came out, I wasn't too like interested in trying it out. But we were checking out a lot of people who were playing it, and we got folks in the Discord who play it too. There's a couple folks, they put a lot of time into that shit. Like, they play the hell out of that game. So if that's a game that you do play, we do have folks in the Discord who play. You know, I always try to encourage folks too. Like if you're in the Discord, we don't just play Destiny. We do have another LFG, and we do have a gaming chat where, you know, there's other conversations going on about other games. So if you guys play other games, definitely, you know, let folks know. You know, reach out, because I'm pretty sure that yourself and others are always looking for other people to play with. So even if it's outside of Destiny, like, you know, there's people there. Like Marvel Rivals is another game. Like, you know, for me again, like that's a game that I'm not a big Overwatch guy. We played Marvel Rivals a bit for the first week that it came out, but you know, because I don't have a ton of time to like invest and stick with you know, games, it's tough to really like jump into something and like put a lot of time into it. I'll at the most try something out, and if it really like sticks, I'll play it a lot. But yeah, that's just kind of how it goes. Because I want to be able to, you know, play a lot of different games. So that's why for me, like the main way that I do it, like Destiny's our hub. Destiny's like the main game we come back to. It's the game that we'll always have here and play. But in terms of like investing a significant amount of time into something else, that hasn't really happened. Not yet. Am I tripping? Oh, okay. Yo, later, Link. My bad, I missed you on that. First, you first played Monster Hunter on PS3 and PSP? I'll be honest, I didn't even know Monster Hunter's been out that long. My first introduction to the series was World. That was the first one for me. Wait, what? You put hundreds of hours in the world, haven't played the new one yet? Oh, word? I didn't know you were a Monster Hunter player, Bones. That's what's up. I did not know that. Yeah, dude. All right, to this point, no weapon drops off of ads. Not yet. We're still keeping an eye out. Unless I missed something, but I didn't see anything drop. You said World was one of the purists. Got mad about it because it was more accessible. Oh, I'm sorry. World was the one the purists got mad about because it was more accessible. Got you. I mean, that's usually how it goes, right? Like people get very protective about, you know, their games and whatnot. But you know, you got to understand at a certain point for these companies, you got to branch out and find new audiences. That's just how it works. You know, like that's just how it works. I mean, I understand why people feel that way, but there's a whole other side to things that I don't think people, I mean, they don't know. So they're not going to take that into consideration. People don't care about that stuff. But yeah, if you, as a company making a game or whatever the case might be, or if you have a product, right, you can't sell to the same people forever. At a certain point, you have to expand your audience, your consumer base. You just have to. You got to find a new audience. Your loyal people will stick around. They will always support you, but you can't just, in a sense, milk your loyal fan base for an eternity, right? You got to expand out. So at a certain point, yeah, you got to make that game that branches out and brings in new players and you know, fresh faces. You have to do it. And World was that for me, right? World got me in. It didn't keep me, but at least it got me in the door, and I tried it out. You know. So. But yeah, that's usually how it goes. All right, let's see how this damage is with this loadout. We're doing a full run right now, chat, on Explorer mode with just the dungeon weapons. So easy mode right now. But we're gonna do eternity mode after this. We got a reconstruction target lock. What's the better damage perk, chat? Is it target lock or killing tally? Or precision instrument? Which one has the highest damage bonus? Like max stacks of killing tally give you how much bonus damage? Said the hardcores thought it was too easy, but it was also at the time at least the fastest selling Capcom game of all time. Not sure if that's still the case. Have I tried using blue gear on GMs? No, I actually haven't. I have not. Oh, my bad, y'all. I started it up. My bad. But no, I have not tried doing that. I've never really done like too many challenges and whatnot. Never really done challenge stuff. I usually just, when I'm playing content, I'm usually doing it to just kind of like learn this stuff, to be able to explain to other folks. You know, for like when we make guides and whatnot. But I've never actually thought about jumping in and doing like challenge stuff. But you know, I'm not opposed to it. You definitely give it a try. Like, I don't solo GMs. That's not usually my thing. We got folks in the Discord who do that. Like, Laisha is a person. Like, she is the solo GM queen. So if you want solo GM stuff, that is her lane. And I know she's like doing some different things with that. Doing some challenges. I think she did a challenge the other day where she did like a no artifact mod run. So, oh, we got DPS on this side. Bet. Oh wait, I forgot to use the machine gun. We gotta build stacks. All right, we got a killing tally times 3. It stays, right? Oh, it doesn't stay if you swap. Shit. Okay, let me go down here and get my stacks. Fuck. I fucked up. I didn't know. I did not know, dude. I did not freaking know that killing tally would go away when you swap. I completely forgot. I literally have never used this perk, like on anything. My damage is gonna be so shit. Not even using my fucking Wilder Flight. My damage is cooked, chat. I was not prepared coming into this. I failed you, team. That's totally on me. Totally on me. So ideally the rotation would be machine gun, kill tally times 3, clear the mag, and then swap to the bait and switch. The bait and switch GL, so I don't lose my stacks. Cool, cool, cool. See, yeah, because that kind of sucks. I'm completely out of ammo. I don't know if I like killing tally, dog. I've never used killing tally ever for DPS. It's more of like an ad clear thing, honestly, in my opinion. But trying to use it for DPS right now is so inconvenient. Because it's like, all right, cool. I get my killing tally times 3. Right? And now we go over here for DPS. But I don't want to kill my ammo, obviously. But I can't switch weapons. Or else I lose my stacks. Interesting. I will say killing tally is not the play for this boss, but we got the times 3. It's almost 8k per shot. Not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that's not bad. That's a really big bump. That's a really big bump. It's like 4,000 base. No, 6k. Damage fall off. Hook. There we go. You said, Bone said, I focus on getting mechanics down for when I need an adult. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I try to be the adult in the room when content drops. So, you know, when folks need help, I try to be that reliable source. They could explain how things work. You know? Oh man, I need an adult. We gotta make a sound, chat. That should have been a sound on this channel for years now. And I have completely forgot to do that. The fucking I need an adult. We're gonna do that. We're gonna make that a sound. I don't know how you do that shit, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. That still no drops yet, by the way. That I've noticed. Maybe I've missed one that randomly dropped, but I don't think I've seen a single random drop yet off of an enemy. I don't think I've seen one yet. And yes, Bungie did confirm that hollow foils can drop. Regular hollow foils, not adept, but they did confirm that regular hollow foils can drop off of enemies in explore mode. Okay, Dakagen said he is getting drops. So Dakagen has gotten drops. So you see what I said? My RNG is shit, chat. Confirmed. Because I haven't gotten a single one yet, but Dakagen has, so it is working. Just no shinies yet. Oh, Bungie out here exposing my dog shit RNG. Nice. Nice. That we need SK raid shirts to say it too. I got you. Yeah, we're gonna redo the merch and stuff. We still got to do that. I'm trying to get that stuff ready for summer, like the t-shirts and whatnot and the hats. But yeah, we're gonna do some work on that because, like I said, the vendor that they were working with before was basically like they got a new vendor, and I wasn't paying attention to my emails, so. You know, all of that stuff got changed. And I lost all of our previous merch is gone. So I got to redo everything from scratch. So we are at some point going to launch that stuff. I got to buy samples and all that, you know, because I like to try the stuff on, see what the size is, make sure the quality is good. But we'll have some stuff. We'll definitely have some stuff. But yeah, dude, the one thing I've loved about this event, and we asked that question on Twitter, actually. We were asking the community, like, what's your favorite part of the Rite of the Nine event, right? Like, what's the best thing that they've done with this event? A lot of people say explore mode is a huge dub, which I agree with. Explore mode has been a huge dub. You know, tons of people have been able to jump in, do these dungeons for the first time. You know, solo dungeons for the first time, which has been pretty awesome to see. All right, like, shout out to y'all if you've gotten your solo dungeons done. I know Bones got one done. So, you know, that kind of stuff is really cool to see. My favorite thing about the Rite of the Nine stuff has been the updates to the mechanics. Like, the updates to the mechanics have been a huge dub. Huge dub. Like, the idea, like, we got surprised. The first day that we were doing this event, we were shocked when we jumped in and we did that first encounter. We completed it, and a boss came out, like a little mini boss, and we had to beat it. And, you know, we got a chest. Like, we were like, wait, what? That was kind of sick. And then to see like the mechanics that they added to the cables, like adding the order that's needed for Harpy boss, adding the order for the red cables and whatnot. Like, all of that stuff feels good. Like the pacing of this dungeon feels a lot better. So that was my personal favorite. And we actually, Bife actually answered our tweet too, and Bife said his favorite part is the 9 stuff that we got. So the collectibles that you get in these dungeons, they actually give you some insight on the individual members of the 9. I've watched a couple of them. I don't know if mine was bugged, but I didn't have any audio for it. So I kind of missed some of the dialogue. But yeah, so that was his, and I agree. That part is cool too. Like, I don't know if we have new. Do we have new collectibles this week? I don't know if we do, chat. I have to check. I got the first 2 from the first week, but I didn't get the 2 new ones. If there are 2 new ones, I haven't gotten those. So, but yeah, like the lore stuff is really cool to see. I love the shinies. The shinies are sick. Like, I think the design of the shinies are like some of the best shiny weapons that they've added in the game so far. Like the hollow foils, like the galaxy hollow foils are just so clean. They're so clean. You know, so yeah, it's been sick, dude. It's been sick. It has been sick. I've seen some concerns though, like you know, on the other side of it, there are people who are like, you know, the loot is not that great, the loot pool or whatever. And I don't know, like right now we've only got what, Liminal Vigil, Wilder Flight, Terminus, what is it, the Scout Rifle. I don't know if you can get more than that, Chad. I was asking that question before and I forgot to test it. I gotta go back and test that. But what do you call it? I want to see if we focus any of the other weapons and you pull from the chest, can you get those weapons to drop? Because I don't know if you can. I haven't tried it. Because I've seen people say that they got like the rocket launcher and whatnot, and I'm like, so you can get other weapons, but second collectible in the dungeon is actually right before you drop into this boss room. There's like a ledge with some boxes on it. Damn, I wish I was there so I could have showed you, but yeah, it's literally like right before you come into this room. So before you just drop straight down, there's like a ledge and you just want to drop down onto it, and it's like in between some boxes. Well, we're gonna run it back on Eternity mode and I'll show you where it is. I'll show you where both of them are. I actually kind of like this sidearm, dude. This liminal is not bad. I don't really play with sidearms too much in PVE, but this thing is actually kind of nice. Get in there, chicken. Get in there. Get in the room. Okay. Oof. There we go. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even get the kill and tally stacks, but you know, in Explore mode, this thing is cooking. Don't worry, I'm not gonna run this same loadout on Eternity mode, chat. I know better than that. I know better than that. I'm not gonna have this team fucking sitting in here just spending an eternity just on DPS. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. There we go. Good shit. Good shit. I didn't get a single random drop off of an ad, by the way. Not one. So our streak of bad RNG continues. I did not get a single weapon drop off of any ads. But Dakagen did, so I can confirm it. It is working. It does drop. So, if you guys are doing Explore mode, just give it a try. Give it a try. Pretty sure your RNG is gonna be way better than mine is. All right, let's go to the emissary. Let me just collect on my quest, and then we're gonna do Eternity mode.
Now, there's only the want of more.
He said, watching you guys that have the nodes memorized versus what I went through solo is what I imagine it looks like to my mom watching me plug into HDMI. cable to the Blu-ray. Oh my god. This dude. Oh my god. Listen, the more you run it, I'm telling you, the more you run it, you'll just remember the cables. You know, you'll know the positionings and everything like that. You know, it'll come to you naturally. And the cool thing, like I said, the little twist that they added in is even if you have done this before, they randomized the codes, the order, I should say, that you do them in. So, you know, you still got to kind of run around or whatever. But yeah, the more you run it, you'll know where this stuff is. That's why it's cool that you have Explorer mode to kind of like help you to practice. No drops for you either? Got you. So Dakajin got 3 drops. He got 3 random drops from ads. But there we go. There's our holographic. There's our shiny Liminal Vigil. And so, okay, so you get to pick from either of these. So you can either pick Hierarchy of Needs, Navigator, or Galahorn. Cool. Okay. So again, we'll see next week if the Ritual Initiation quest comes back, chat. But once you complete either any difficulty, Explorer mode, Eternity mode, or Ultimatum mode, and you have this quest, you just have to go back to the Emissary, pick up any of these. Hierarchy of Needs, Navigator, or Galahorn Catalyst if you don't have it, whichever one. And like I said, we'll find out next week if the quest comes back or the week after. And you might be able to pick up all of these things by the time this event is over. I hope you will be able to, because I mean, these things are old at this point, and we're about to jump into Edge of Fate. So it's not like, you know, these things are meta defining, but I did mention Hierarchy Needs is going to be getting a buff in Edge of Fate. Bungie did tease that there's some kind of rework coming in, and Navigator is a really fun exotic, and it does have its utility when you can give your teammates Woven Mail and spawn tangle points, not tangle points, grapple points, so you can maneuver around the map. Galahorn's Galahorn, chat. You know, if you're using rockets for DPS, you want to have Galahorn on, right? In a raid setting or even a dungeon setting. But you know, you want to have a Galahorn in your fire team. Helps out. So yeah, this is really cool that they give you a quest where you can kind of earn these things. And we'll see if you're able to earn all of them by the end. But yeah, just do the dungeon, get the thing done. I don't need any of these, but I'm gonna just take something. I mean, I like Hierarchy. I'll get another one. Why not? I'll take it. Drop it for the night.
Well.
Yeah, for sure, Dakajin, for sure. Appreciate you jumping in. Appreciate you. All right. Dungeon completion rewards available. Wait a second. Oh, Explorer mode doesn't count for this? Does Explorer mode not count for that? Okay. You got to do this on... I guess you got to do that on Eternity or Ultimatum in order to open up that chest? Interesting. Or am I missing something? All right. Chat, we're going to do this now on Eternity mode. I know Daka just said he has to drop. Actually, before we do that, let me go down here because I want to test something. So folks were telling me that they got this rocket launcher here. I don't know how, but they got it. Why can't I see these things? What the? Attune Terminus. Oh, they fixed it. They fixed it. Before you were able to come over here and attune all of these. Ah. So, got it. That's what happened, chat. People were getting stuff early. Because I was wondering, I was like, how are you able to get the rocket launcher? So you're not able to get that stuff until the dungeon comes into rotation. But you can focus any of the weapons from the dungeon back here behind the Emissary. So right now we have Spire of the Watcher, so we can focus Wilder Flight, Long Arm, we could focus Terminus Horizon, and we could focus Liminal Vigil. So let's actually focus... What do we want to focus here? Let's focus... I don't even know what I want to focus. Let's focus Long Arm, chat. And let's go pull some stuff from the chest. Yo, what's going on, Henry? Hey, appreciate you catching the live. You said on day one it was bugged. You would tune the hand cannon for prophecy. Damn, so you got the hand cannon? What happened to me was I had tuned the hand cannon after I used all my freaking stuff on the chest. So then I said to myself, I was like, all right, I'm going to come back and I'm going to test this. I said, I'm going to see if I can focus the hand cannon and pull it from the chest. I just haven't been on the game, so I wasn't able to test it. I was about to test it, but I guess they fixed that. So you were able to focus the hand cannon and pull it from the chest though, right? That's basically what you're saying. I'm so mad I missed out. Could have been me, dude. Could have been me. I could have had my hand cannon, chat. I could have had my hand cannon, but you know what? I decided to go on vacation. Decided to go on vacation and, you know, just miss out on the one thing that I actually want from this event. The only thing I want from this event is the Judgment Hand Cannon. That's it. I honestly don't really care for anything else, you know. My main thing that I want to grind for is the hand cannon. Okay. It's actually not a bad roll. Dragonfly, Rolling Storm. Pretty good. Dragonfly Killing Tally is also good. But I'm not going to keep... See, for me, I'm not going to keep the normal drops. Because we're also doing... We're going to be doing Eternity and Ultimatum modes. So I'm really just going to go for the Adept and Adept Shinies. So despite these being really good rolls, I'm going to just delete them. I'm going to keep this though. I like this roll. I am going to keep that. But I'm going to delete a lot of the normal rolls because I got to make space, chat. I don't, unfortunately, I don't have the vault space, as y'all can see, for all of this loot. That's too much. That's too much. You say you haven't been on a game. I thought you were hardcore. I thought you were serious. But you chose to go out and live life? Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was touching grass. I was. We just celebrated her birthday this past weekend. So, yep, I was outside living life, chat. I was socializing and touching grass. I was not in here, you know, putting in DGen hours and fucking, you know, losing my life and dedicating my life to the game. I was outside. I'm sorry to let y'all down. You know what's funny? You joke, but you know what's funny? I have had people come in here and they're like, I don't know if they're like disappointed, but like they'll come in and they'll get like disappointed that I'm not fucking like sweaty and I'm actually kind of super chill about the game. Like, yeah, we play the game and we know the game and, you know, we do all kinds of stuff in the game, whatever. But I'm a very relaxed person, you know. I'm not too like hardcore. I will do, you know, end game stuff and whatnot, but I don't typically like sweat the game too much because we play a lot of different games. We don't just play Destiny. That might be all the content that we post right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be the main thing that you guys see if you're following us on YouTube or TikTok or wherever. But we play a lot of different games. We do a lot of different stuff. You know, we talk about a lot of different things. We don't even just talk about Destiny. So, but yeah, I've found that part of like all the growth that we've had this year. I found that part the funniest. It's like I guess it's like one of those things where you meet your hero. Not that I'm anybody's hero, but like in a sense, like people come in and then they see me and they're like, guy's so unserious. What the fuck? He's so not serious. So, you know, that's been one of the funnier aspects of this journey. You said not really. You see, my brain was stupid on that day. Thought attunement was for the dungeon. Never opened. Oh, you attuned, but it dropped from the. Oh, I got you, Dakachi. So you attuned the hand cannon, but it wasn't dropping anything. Okay, so it never worked. Got you. Yeah, I did the same thing. Honestly, I did the same thing. Yo, what's going on, Cruel? My bad. I'm just catching up on chat. You said I feel that. Feel that. That's me also. Pump hours into games, but at the same time, I like to fish and mountain bike. And yeah, I like to live life, dude. I like to be outside. I like to touch grass. You know, I enjoy that. Did you get up to the platform? You can open the chest. No, we already. So when you asked before, we were at the final boss. We had already just passed the platform. The platform is just before the final boss. And we just finished that run. So we're gonna run again on eternity mode this time. We do have a spot available. So if anybody wants to join up, !join. Spot is open. Otherwise, we'll just run it with 2. That's totally fine. But if anybody wants to join, !join, and feel free to join. Yes, sir. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Yeah, I am crying looking at this 699. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea what I'm gonna do about this vault space. Like, we gotta, like I said earlier, we gotta go in. We're definitely gonna clean out the armor first. Armor, all of my armor is gonna go. I'm not keeping a single piece of armor, except for what I have on me. All of my armor is getting just deleted. I used to keep armor because of artifice stuff, and I used to keep armor because, you know, the raid stuff. I liked collecting the raid gear, you know, and I liked having it for like master modes, being able to use raid mods. But honestly, even when we run master, I don't even use them anymore. They do come in handy, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna just delete the armor chat. Armor 3.0 is coming in. Things are gonna get updated. I'm just gonna let it go because that's a lot of space right there that I can get back. So I think that's gonna be the first step when it comes to cleaning out my vault, for me at least. And we got to get to the weapons. that's gonna be tough. Because I mean, you know, some of y'all might say, bro, you don't need all those Fatebringers. I do, chat. I do actually need all of these Fatebringers. Every single one. Every last one. Every last one. I need them all. You know, do I need all these dupes? Yes. Yes, I do. He said, as I said, I'm definitely just deleting everything. I don't have masterworked. Man, everybody's gonna have their method, you know what I'm saying? And then you have the Datto method, which is delete everything because you're not using it. Just close your eyes and just press delete. You said just go through and toss it all. Oh my God, bro, I can't. You telling me right now to, where is it? You telling me to let go of my Pluperfect, this one of a kind gun that I showed people in the Discord and they were like, what the fuck is that gun? Is this a Destiny gun? Yes, it's a Destiny gun. It is. It's a real gun. A lot of people don't even know where this is from. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know where this shit is from, but I'm keeping it. You know what I'm saying? Like guns like this, I keep like unique weapons, iconic weapons that are, you know, from Destiny's past. I've had these since they were Sunset, and I've always kept them just for sentimental value. Like Dust Rock Blues, iconic. I can't let this go. I will forever hold on to this. You know, but Bungie did say that later on in the year, around the time when Renegades comes out, so like December, they do have plans for like vault things. We don't know what that is or what that means, but they specifically said more vault space and vault changes. So whatever that ends up being, chat, there's going to be something coming to, you know, work on the vault situation. But for now, gotta clean the vault. Gotta clean the vault. We have no choice. There's no vault space coming to save us. The vault just gotta get cleaned. Gotta get cleaned. There's no way around it. So we're gonna get to it though. Like I said, we're gonna get to it at some point. I'm just putting it off. Said you're gonna hold on to your raid armor? I mean, yeah, dude, if you got the space. Listen, if you're sitting at 700 right now, like I'm at 699, if you're at 700 and you're not willing to let anything go, bro, come on. You gotta let it go, dog. You gotta let it go. We got all this loot dropping from Rite of the Nine, and we have Edge of Fate in a couple of months. We could do it together, but you gotta let something go. Something's gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Something has to go. This dude Henry wanted me to delete my Pluperfect first, or the Fatebringers. Which one was it? And yeah, Cruel, that was from Season of Undying. Yes. You said that means they're gonna destroy your vault as they did when D2 launched. I wouldn't be opposed to that, to be honest with you. I mean, we've had this conversation before, but the way I look at Edge of Fate is like a fresh start. We've talked about this a ton on this channel. Like, should they make a Destiny 3? I've given technical reasons, you know, with my own personal background as to why that's not going to happen and why they don't need to. You know, we've gone at length talking about that. We made a whole video talking about should they make a Destiny 3 and why they shouldn't or why they should or whatever the case is. You know, we talked about that at length, so I don't want to get into all of that right now. I don't want to make that the topic. But yeah, the way I've looked at post final shape stuff, whatever it was going to end up being, you know, now that we know it's Edge of Fate, the way I look at it is it's a fresh start. You know, whatever new things that people want to see in Destiny 3 can all be done in Destiny 2. Like, there's nothing technical stopping Destiny from evolving. And we know this because we've seen the game evolve over the course of Destiny 2's life. You know, I've been a very unpopular person when it comes to the Destiny content vault. I'll probably always be a very unpopular person when it comes to that stuff. But again, I'm giving technical reasons why, you know. I'm not sitting up here saying, yeah, get rid of that shit because I don't want it. No, I want all my stuff. But technical reasons being the reason behind it, yeah, there's legitimate reasons behind that. You know, Destiny's a growing game that's constantly expanding with content. The same way we're looking at my vault right now, chat, and we're saying, yo, you gotta just let it go. That's exactly the same logic that you need to maintain when it comes to that conversation. But you know, yeah, I would be totally fine if and it's not gonna happen, right? Like, we know that's not gonna happen. But at some point, if they just came in and just nuked everything in our vault, I'd be fine with it. I'd be totally fine with it. Like, I'm talking not obviously Edge of Fate stuff, but like if Edge of Fate came out and December came and Bungie was like, hey, look, we're gonna be nuking all of the weapons and stuff that are not current in the new gear tier system. We're gonna nuke all of it. I'd be fine with that because the gear tier system is a totally new system from what we've, you know, gathered so far. And I know that some weapons are going to be updated to the new gear tier system. We don't know which weapons, how many weapons. We don't know how far back it's going to go. I highly doubt it's going to be everything, so don't even jump to those conclusions. But yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I really wouldn't. Now, what I've pitched, and Cruel and Derek, we're gonna start up the dungeon. But what I've pitched that Bungie should do, right, is to create some kind of archive where players can archive their favorite weapons, archive their favorite roles, right? Like, you know how I like to just have my Dust Rock Blues just to be able to say, like, yeah, I got this Dust Rock Blues, and I'll always remember this moment in time in Destiny, right? I enjoy having this, but I don't use it. So to be able to put this up somewhere in some kind of archive, just to have it, not to use it, just to have it, I'd appreciate that. You know, like having Black Armory weapons, even old raid weapons that you don't use anymore, you know, like that kind of stuff. Like, I'd appreciate being to archive these things that you may not use, but you want to, you know, memorialize in a sense. You know, and then maybe you can extract it, you know. But yeah, to have your vault be used for weapons that are current and then have the archive be used for weapons that are older that you can kind of dip in and out of. Obviously with a limited storage, because then that would just defeat the purpose, right? If unlimited storage was possible, chat, I guarantee you we would have it. Like, no video game, some are, but the games that monetize storage, they're monetized. But the games that are not monetizing storage, if unlimited storage was possible, I guarantee you, chat, it would be possible. But all of these things run on computers, and computers have limitations based on hardware, storage size, all that stuff. So when you say just give us more vault space, there's a reason why you can't just get more vault space. You feel me? Without getting into the whole technical nature of it. But my bad, chat. I'm doing a terrible job of keeping up with what you guys are talking about. I'm just over here yapping. But let's see. So the first shit I delete will end up being the Edge of Fate meta. Watch. Oh. That would be terrible, right? You go in, you clean your vault, Edge of Fate drops, and then everybody's sitting there going, oh my god, if you don't have this weapon, you sell it because it's meta. And we're all just looking at Dado like, what the fuck, bro? Hey, what's going on, Will? Good morning from Australia. Thank you for the amazing content. Yo, Will, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. Appreciate you hanging out. We got folks in Sweden. We got folks in Australia. Henry said I'm gonna log on tomorrow and delete everything except my BXR. Yo, BXR is a weapon that I've slept on for a long time, dude. Long time. Kind of feel bad. I really slept on BXR for a while after it came out. But chat opened my eyes to BXR, and we were playing with BXR in trials for a little bit. And it quickly became one of my favorite weapons. And that's before the new E-Stock, Redrick's E-Stock came out. So, which I still don't have, chat. We have not. We usually play comp, you know, just to get the new weapon and, you know, see how far we can get. We usually play comp. I have not played comp all episode. I have not touched comp all episode. He said, how would I feel if Prismatic gave us access to everything from all classes? Let me not die here from standing still. Gave us access to everything from all classes, but allowed us to decide whether it was dark or light aligned. Example, Hunter. On Hunter, a stasis golden gun or a strand. Oh, that would be. See, we've had some really creative ideas when it comes to like Prismatic and like building that thing out and really just making it a one size fits all subclass. I think those are really cool ideas, but I just don't think Bungie would do that kind of stuff for the very same reason, is that if you do that, it kind of destroys the integrity of every other class in the game, right? Which is why you don't see a lot of the subclasses that we have right now. You don't see a lot of them make use of some of the better super options, right? You don't see that. Oh shit, missed one up top. But yeah, you don't see that, right? You don't see a lot of the subclasses use the best supers for all of your prismatic loadouts. So, you know, and that's the reason why, because they don't want Prismatic to become the one size fits all, the only kit that you can, you know, that you should equip. And it's a fine line to walk, right? Because then sometimes you use Prismatic, you're like, why would I use it, you know, when I could just use this? This is better. And I think that's the balancing act that they're trying to play with. But it's tough because, yeah, there's some really cool ideas that you can mess with Prismatic. But I don't know if I'd want them to go that route, because me personally, like, I love the pure subclasses. Like, I'm a huge Solar fan. Like, I love Solar. And recently I'm getting into Arc. Like, I've been having a ton of fun with Arc. So it's like, yeah, I love Prismatic and I love the variety that it offers, but yeah, I don't really want to see it become like the only option is really, you know, the main concern. So, and I think doing something like that would really make that a possibility. But I think it's a cool idea. I do. BXR with Midnight Talon shader. Ooh, is that fire? I haven't actually found a good shader yet for BXR. I'll also show you guys on the way the different collectibles. So we'll probably make some clips and post that up too and have that. Did we confirm, by the way? I was asking earlier, but does anybody know, are there 2 new collectibles this week outside of the ones that we've already had? We have 2 more. Do we know that?
They were looking for something more than to imprison Rasputin's subminds.
Yeah, it would make OG classes it would make OG classes redundant for sure. You didn't get the first one? I got you, bro. It resembles the battle rifle from Halo 2. It does. Dude, it's so good. The BXR is so good. Does anybody have the Redrick's E-Stock? The comp weapon? It is so, I mean, they've had to do a ton of nerfs to it because it's just busted. It's been busted, but oh, word. Oh, word? But yeah, they've had to make a ton of like nerfs and tweaks and whatnot. Oh, I forgot I have to keep moving. I forgot that haste modifier is on. But yeah, they've made a lot of adjustments to it. I don't know how it feels now. I haven't really heard too many people talking about it, but the meta this episode has been crazy. Been really crazy with abilities and Redrix just kind of dominating. It's been pretty nuts. Oh, don't do that. The first collectible is in this room actually before we get to the end, so don't go too far. You said you do? You have it with Lone Wolf Headseeker? It's their baby, they won't nerf it to the ground. Yeah, no. I don't think they should, right? Like, I know that there's weapons in the game that can be a lot, right? Like, they can be very overbearing. Like, you never want to have something that just becomes like the go-to option or renders things useless. And that's just honestly what Regix was doing. So I think they just need to get it to the point where, you know, it falls in line with other stuff. And even if it is better than other things in the game, I think that's fine too. It is a pinnacle reward, right? You do have to achieve a pinnacle feat to attain it. So I do think it should have a level of, you know, prestige to it, but not too much, right? Not too much. First collectible, by the way, chat, up here. So if you go through this first jumping puzzle in the opening area, once you clear the first encounter, just make your way around the edge right here and just make sure you stay up top, don't jump down, and then just come right over here, and that's the first collectible. And the second collectible, like I said, is going to be right before we get to the final boss. He said the Galro BXR I got from Dares has never left the energy slot on your Titan. What's your roll that you got? Because I could see that. That's crazy that it replaced Amit, bro. It replaced the Amit. Personally been having fun with Heavy Burst and hand cannons like yesterday's question. Oh, where? You like PvP? Yeah, actually Saiyan who's in our fire team, he loves Heavy Burst hand cannons. I haven't used them too much in PvP, but I know they've been doing some work to like bring them up. Actually, they had a pretty significant buff, I want to say, recently for Heavy Burst hand cannons in PvP. But like I said, I haven't been on the game in a little bit to like really do stuff. Like we played a little bit yesterday, but like I haven't played PvP or anything like that in a little while. So I need to jump in there and give things a try. But I do like Heavy Burst hand cannons in PvE though. They are really good in PvE. Oh, your Amit is on your hunter? The Amit stays on. Joxer's Longsword is underrated as well. Definitely worth a look. Joxers. Which one is Joxers? Sounds familiar, but it's not coming to me off the top. Which one is Joxer's Longsword? Definitely PvP. I just don't remember what it is. 2 bursts. Oh, 2 burst pulse in the crucible. Got you. Got you. Okay. Yeah, we're doing Eternity mode right now, and I'm still looking for my first drop. My first random drop of a weapon. It hasn't happened yet. Our cursed RNG continues. This is crazy. And in chat, by the way, if you notice, if you see any weapons dropping, I'm just missing them, just let me know. That's totally possible. I could be missing them, but I have not noticed a single drop of a weapon yet off of any enemy kills. And I know you can get, so you can get the nonary manifolds, which is like the currency, or the weapon. You can get either or. So I did get a nonary manifold to drop. I think I did see that. So that might have just consumed all of my RNG, to be honest. That might be why I haven't gotten a weapon yet. I used up all my RNG already. Said Jox is great for PVE. Repulsor brace demoralize. Oh, yeah, okay. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. I got a lot of those when I was playing heavy metal. Yeah, by the way, how did y'all like heavy metal? The tanks versus bricks. How did you guys enjoy that? It ended today, but it was here for like a week. And it's a preview of events, which are going to be like a new thing once Edufate comes out. So we know we've got heavy metal. And there's also going to be another event when Edufate comes out called Arms Week. So, you know, we've got 2 events that we at least know of right now. I thought it was really fun though. Like it was a fun, you know. Oh shit, there he goes. My man walked off the ledge. Bought him in 4K. But yeah, no, it was a really fun event, dude. It was a really fun event. Played a bunch solo with teammates, all that kind of stuff. It was definitely frustrating at times with playing with randoms. Like folks who didn't know like the strategy of, you know, letting certain people pick up coins if they're weak or you know, whatever. Especially if you didn't need it, if you were full health. There was a lot of that going on. But outside of that, like it was fun. It was fun. We were able to get it done. We got our combat sparrow and all of that. Like it was a good time. It was a good time. I'm definitely looking forward to when it comes back. I will definitely be playing it again. You know, and it obviously it opens up the door, right? Now that we have these events in the game, you know, we got Arms Week coming. We've got why did I just go blank? We've got heavy metal that's going to be launching as well. Like we got all these events coming, chat. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want to get your hopes up, but I would not be surprised if SRL comes back. I'm just saying at some point it's possible, chat. Possible. I don't know anything for certain, but I'm just saying it is possible. Did we miss one here? Oh, we did. I'm tripping. Like that would be kind of sick. Oh, we didn't mantle. Fuck. But I think that would be so sick if we get Arms Week, we get heavy metal, and then we find out that SRL is going to be in a rotation. I think that would be so sick. You know, because then depending on what the frequency is of like the events rotating, you know, that could really contribute to the game feeling full. You know, because this is outside of holiday events, by the way, chat. You know, you got holiday events. You've got, oh, we got one. We got our first drop. Let's go. We got Terminus Horizon. Hey, our first random drop. All right. My streak of no shinies continues as well. I haven't got a single random drop shiny, chat. Not one. Not one. We're still looking for our first random drop shiny. Said they cook with the new Sparrow. I haven't used it just yet. Actually, I got it done like late last night when I was on. I just did my last couple of matches. And then I got it unlocked and I haven't used it yet. But I heard it like synergizes with your builds and stuff. I can't believe Bungie time-gated weapons from it. Want the new hand cannon? Yeah, I really want the new hand cannon, bro. That's the only thing I want from this event is the hand cannon. That's it. That's literally it. You know? And in terms of the time-gating stuff, I was among everybody else. Like, I thought that the dungeons were going to rotate weekly. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I found out it was 3 weeks, I was like, damn, I got to wait all that time until Judgment drops? You know? But, I mean, look, they compromised. They gave us the 2 weeks. The 2-week rotation, I'll take it. And then the bonus loot drops in addition to that, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm still salty. I gotta wait for my hand cannon though, but What do we got here? Square, triangle, triangle. All right. Oh, I forgot. I gotta get the buff first. It turns out I'm somehow worse at piloting tanks and brigs than I am just playing the game. Dude, you're not alone on that, bro. You're not alone on that. Said, don't get your hopes up with SRL. Look, I'm not making any promises, by the way, chat. I am not trying to sit up here right now and raise anybody's hopes. As if I know some shit, I don't know anything. I haven't spoken to anybody. I don't know anything, chat. I know nothing. I do not know anything to be true. I am simply just stating it would be kind of cool. No. Nobody quote me on that. I didn't. Sparrow Racing is not returning. That is not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. Yeah, you're good. You can do square first. And then I'll finish up. It's all triangles from here. But yeah, I am not making any claims that Sparrow Racing is returning, chat. This is just pure speculation and pure what ifs, and you know, it would be cool. Nah, you're good. You're good, crew. No worries. I can't wait to watch you get a hollow shiny grenade launcher that drops at 0. Oh my god, dude. Honestly, it could happen. That would be my luck. That would definitely be my luck. Not me selling. Oh, I just sold so hard on this. I was late to the party. I'm over here chatting right now and I'm throwing for the team. I'm not building up no stacks on my I don't even know why I'm using Grand Overture, chat. This was for like the fucking last boss. I just sold so hard. Why are we using Grand Overture right now? Bruh. My bad, team. Hold up. Let me not do y'all dirty like this. Let me not do y'all dirty like this. You said you were somehow, some way actually decent at SRL. You know, I didn't, when SRL was around, I played it a little bit, but I didn't honestly put that much time into it. Like, I thought it was a cool event, but I genuinely did not play it a lot. Oh my god, this bitch just came over here and killed me. My bad. I just took it down the sword. Do y'all want to wipe? We could wipe. If y'all want to wipe for the gold tier loot, we could do that. If not, you could just pick me up. But if y'all want to wipe, we could wipe. SRL was so fun. It was something they, yeah, I think Bungie knows that too. Like, they know there's certain activities in the game that Bungie knows, and things in the game that Bungie knows, like the community really wants these things. And so they keep those close to the chest, right? They got ideas for different things they want to do, but I'm pretty sure they keep those certain things close to the chest. So if ever the situation arose, they could just say, boom, we don't got nothing else. We want to add some stuff. Hey, look, y'all always wanted SRL. Here's SRL, you know? So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, down the line, it genuinely comes back. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. I'm gonna grab a different primary here and switch up my secondary real quick. Shit, but I had a primary here. Hold up. Making a quick swap here. I need something. What is this? Dual loader redirection? Why not? You said, I mean, we make Creator Hub and suddenly SRL comes up. Listen. Chat. I am not sitting here telling y'all that SRL is coming back. Okay? That is not what I'm saying at all. Okay? I am not making the claim that SRL is coming back. It was just a fun speculation thing, all right? I don't want to see no rumors, no nothing. I'm not saying SRL is coming back. That is not what I am saying. I will wholeheartedly deny that shit if I see any clips out of context. Oh man. He said bring back OG D1 Mars Strike. I want to return to hiding under my stairs. Oh, you're talking about what was it? Valista Arc? Oh shit, I'm glimmer broke. I am glimmer broke. All right, Saiyan said he's gonna be right back. So once he's back, we're gonna get started. I've been saving up all this glimmer in my season pass for this very moment, chat. I'll be damned if the game calls me broke. But I will be enhancing this thing. Oh, did I not put it to 17? I'm at 16. Said, welcome to politics. You're a politician now. That's what it feels like, right? Somebody's gonna be like, yo, he said SRL is coming back. I did not say that. That's not what I said. I promise you that's not what I said. Oh man. All right, what time is it, chat? It's been a fun day. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out. Always awesome seeing new faces in the chat. You know, appreciate the folks who are tuning into the streams, you know, especially on YouTube, man. I know we haven't streamed a lot on YouTube, and you know, if you guys have been over there supporting the content, you know, big love to you guys. Like I said earlier, we recently just made we're officially Bungie creators. We're officially in the program, you know, so that's shout out to everybody over there on YouTube. Shout out to the folks on Twitch, TikTok, everybody who you know, watches, supports, pulls up, shows love, all that kind of stuff. Like I say it all the time, but none of this stuff is possible without you guys, you know. So it's awesome that, you know, you're able to make the streams, and you know, just to be able to tell y'all straight up to your face, like I appreciate the hell out of y'all, because it's been a wild ride this year, chat. It's been a wild fucking ride so far this year. But yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been fun. Like never in a million years. We've been doing this for like, I mean, content we've been doing for like 10 years, but legitimately giving it a try and like going full effort and like, you know, learning and doing different things and going through the whole process. This has been like a 5-year journey at this point, chat, right? Because time has flown by, but it's been like a good 5-year journey we've been on. And this year things just kind of like took a turn. You know what I'm saying? Like things just kind of took a turn. Like I'm over here fucking DMing devs and fucking getting retweets from Bife and talking to Bife. Like, what the fuck? Like every day I'm just like, what? Like what is happening? You know, so it's been cool, man. It's been cool. Like it's nice. I've never done this for wanting anything. Like folks who've been around here hanging out with us for the longest time, I don't do this shit for anything. Like, I say that all the time. I don't need to do this for anything. I don't do it for nothing. I do it for no gain. I need nothing in return. I do this shit strictly for the love of the game, you know. So to be able to get these opportunities and to meet these folks and to talk to these people and to be able to share your input and, like, you know, be heard in a sense is it's awesome, man. It's fucking sick. Like it's really wild, because I look at it like Destiny's a game that I've been playing for almost 10 years. You know, I've loved this game. I've been passionate about it. I've put a ton of time into it, you know, and to be able to sit here and have opportunities like this has been everything. It's insane. It's insane. So I don't take any of it for granted. You know, I will forever always, you know, be grateful to everybody, dude. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, where you from, fucking how long you've been on the channel. It doesn't matter. It don't matter if you watch 5 seconds of one video. All of it counts. So, you know. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. What do we need? Triangle, diamond. Who's doing triangle? Okay, Clutch is doing triangle. Cruel is doing square, so don't do that one yet. Cruel, you'll be last. I'm gonna do diamond. Oh shit, I just ran out the buff. Appreciate you for your time and effort, dude. I appreciate you guys for your time. You know, I appreciate y'all for your time. I heard a great quote. I was listening to somebody, and I hate that I don't remember who it was, but you know, you're talking about content creation, and you know, the idea behind it is, you know, as a creator, and it's what I live by when I do this stuff. You know, my main goal is to always provide you guys value. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the only way I can do that is, you know, by giving effort and just knowing what you guys want, you know, listening to you guys. But none of that matters if people don't give you their time, you know, their valuable time, because you don't have to pull up. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to pull up. You don't have to watch. You don't have to do anything. So the fact that you guys even take the time out to do that, not just for me, for any creator, you know, folks who hang out in channels and watch people and support them, like, it's a lot, dude. It means a lot. You know, so if nobody's ever told you, I'm telling you on behalf of everybody, like, we appreciate y'all. For real. You know? Bro, the haste modifier, by the way, I just want to say, like, in this phase, it's so fucking crazy, dude, that you got to keep moving. It's so crazy. I just messed up that. I whiffed that so bad. Nice, got that to half. Good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit. Oh yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, I think we bugged it. I think we bugged it. Shit, 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 shit. Oh, we fucking, oh no! That was a long ass DPS phase. We almost one phase that shit. Damn it, dude. I don't know if we bugged it or if that was working as intended, but my bad, chat. I'm doing a terrible job of reading chat right now. I'm trying not to die so I don't ruin the team's gold rewards. But Bone said it was inevitable, boss. But honored to have been here for a lot of it. Dude, you've been here since day one, bro. I appreciate the fuck out of you. This is our year. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Been a fucking year, to say the least. Will said been playing since launch on and off. Still haven't finished any raids besides King's Fall. Haste modifications suck in the next encounter. Oh, dude. Well, first point. Yeah, I mean, I think you're in the Discord, right? If I'm not mistaken. What's your name in the Discord? I think I saw you in the Discord before. But yeah, you know, I mean, we're still trying to grow the Discord always. You know, we're always looking for more active players. We do raids, we've done raids, but it kind of goes in ebbs and flows, right? As people come and go from the game, the frequency that we get to do the raids. But raids are definitely something that we do. We felt a lot of new people jump in, but it's just trying to, you know, build the confidence in the folks who are there, so we always have a roster of people to participate and do stuff, you know. And we have to this point, but again, people come, they go, you know, it happens. So as we approach Edge of Fate, I'd like to start doing raids and stuff like that, but you know, got to build it up slow. We don't have like a giant Discord of hundreds of people, you know, just playing all day. We don't have that, the luxury of that. So, you know, with that being said, we work with what we got, and you know, we do what we can with what we have. So Zyming said, how do you pronounce your name, by the way? I don't want to mispronounce your name, so if I'm saying it incorrect, just let me know. That goes to anybody. But you said maybe 3 Titans can. Oh yeah, 3 Titans could definitely one phase it for sure. And I don't even have on an optimal build right now. I got like a BS build on, but we're just doing it on normal mode, so I wasn't sweating it too much. But yeah, we've done this one. We've one phase this one with 3 Titans. You could one phase it with hunters too, for sure. You could definitely one phase this with hunters. Hey, wait, was that a random drop? Oh shit, chat, I think we just got a random drop from the boss. When Bungie said you can get a weapon drop from any enemy, they mean any enemy. Like the boss straight up just dropped the weapon. That was not a drop, by the way, from the encounter. The drop from the encounter comes from the chest. That was a drop from the boss. That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick. And you know, I'll say this. That's why Man, one of the biggest changes I want to see come to this game that I know will never happen, chat. I want to see some loot showers on some bosses, bro. I miss that. I miss when you used to fight bosses, kill them, and the loot would just pour out of the bosses. Or whoever, you know, you were killing. I love the feeling of seeing loot fall off of enemies. I love that. I prefer that over grabbing loot from a chest or, you know, getting loot from a vendor. I've always loved just loot explosions from bosses and enemies. I love that. And I would love if Bungie could, you know, incorporate that, bring that into the game. Because like just now we killed that boss and the loot, you know, fell off of it. It's not exactly what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm saying? Like just the idea of loot dropping from a boss like that. For me, that would be exciting. Yeah, I'm going to show you the second collectible. We haven't gotten there yet, but I did show up the first one. So we will show up the second one. Oh, we got another notary manifold. Now things are dropping for us, chat. Now we're getting the drops. We are getting the drops. Because, yeah, it's going to either be notary manifolds or it's going to be weapons. So I am now getting drops. I think they forgot to turn the switch on for me. So somebody just hit the switch for me. Already got the first one? Nice. Oh, Willow Knight's on Discord. Okay, yeah. I've seen you in Discord. Yep. I've seen you in Discord. You also got a random dropper explorer mode? Yeah. You can get them on all the modes. You can get the shinies on explorer mode to drop as well. You can get them on all modes. They're usually on, so happy to help anyone in need. Yeah, no, and you know, we need that for sure. So I definitely appreciate that. We need that for sure. Oh shit. I fucked up. Going too slow. Oh, I just missed that one. No, I just needed one more, damn it. I'm about to run out of electrician. Hold on, let me do this real quick, chat, before we get cooked. Left side. Left side. Top. Nope. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Top. Where's the last one? Where's the last one? Did we miss it again? Dude, I suck. Appreciate the lurk bones. You still have items to make glimmer explosions? Oh, that consumable you're talking about? Yeah. Left side. Right side. Top. Bruh. Ain't no way. Right side. Left side. Top. One more. There we go. Woo! I was getting cooked by these switches. Better to use a trace rifle? Yeah, probably. Any automatic weapon. Okay. So yeah, after this encounter is the second collectible. New land is goated. You just reminded me. I said I was gonna use it too, but I fucking forgot. Oh, got you. I set you up, my bad. Yeah, I'm gonna switch up my loadout for the final boss. Middle. Where's the last one? No. They open back up. Oh, we gotta spread out. I don't think Clutch has it. I'll stay on this side. It's in the middle. We missed it. Yep. I'm gonna stay on this side, Cruel, so you can stay on that side. We'll just do it again. I think the starter one is on Cruel's side. I'm about to run out of his buff. Don't do me like this. There. Alright, perfect. That's open. Nice. And then the other one. Cool, cool, cool. Good shit. Good shit. Alright. I already got this chest, so I'm going to drop down and show you where the second collectible is in the dungeon. If you come down here, don't jump all the way down. But you see these ledges down here? Jump right over here. You can kind of see it shining in the corner. This is the second collectible right here. So that's how you get both collectibles, chat. And that's before you get down to the final boss. So don't jump all the way down. Just jump down to the ledge. Even if you jump over there, wherever. Just look for the shining thing in the corner. You'll see it. Can't miss it. Hey, Will with the membership over on YouTube. Appreciate you, Will. Appreciate that. You said the new land one-shots Hydras in ultimatum difficulty. Does it really? Did that cook? I mean, does it cook that hard? Jeez. What do we want to run for this boss right now? What am I in the mood for? What am I in the mood to run, chat? Should we go with new land? Should we try out new land? Did we try out new land? Where is new land? There's new land. Maybe we'll go new land and a rocket. Probably go new land, rocket launcher. See, do we have any auto loading rockets that are good? Did I keep any? What do we got? We got. Nope, not that one. We've got auto loading bait and switch. We've got not auto loader. What is it? Auto loading poster. Here we go. Auto loading holster. All right. What do we got here? We've got hothead. This one, bait and switch. Damn, I got rid of a lot of shit. I used to have a lot of rockets with auto loading and like explosive light and whatnot, but I don't have any right now. Okay, so let's use that one. I didn't even get a good Heathen's Vengeance when we were doing our VOG runs a couple months ago. I was trying to get a good one, but I was not fortunate, chat. We're gonna use new land. We're gonna use rocket with bait and switch. Guess we can use riposte. Let's see what kind of damage. If it doesn't work out, I'll switch up because I do got Grand Overture, so we can always switch up. Not a big deal. All right, make sure I have on. Bait. Oh shit! Do I need to infuse this? I don't need to infuse this, right, chat? Yeah, power level should be fine. Okay. You remember finding that little engram? Thought it was a. You thought you found an exotic? The LMG from King's Fall hits insanely hard. You still have a crafted Apex? I actually. Good thing you mentioned that. I have a crafted Apex. Why did it not show up when I did auto loading? Because I definitely have a crafted Apex. Yeah, what the fuck? Where is my crafted Apex? I have a crafted Apex. Get the fuck out of here. Apex. Yeah, there it is. What the fuck do I have? I have reconstruction bait and switch. Oh! Let me use that. Bruh, I am tweaking right now. Okay, yeah, we'll use that. Yeah, we will definitely use that. Okay. I thought I had auto loading on it for some reason, but we have reconstruction. That's even better. All right, cool. need to also farm Vex. Oh, you need the Vex from Vogue. I got you. You need the exotic. I got you. All right, I'm ready, boys. Let's do this. Still no shinies, by the way, chat. We're on shiny watch right now. Still no shinies. Oh shit! I forgot. There's a. Wait a minute. I have an anti-barrier sniper, don't I? Or did I change it? Oh, good. We'll wipe it. Do I not have one anti-barrier sniper? Oh, I don't. Let me just reset this thing. Oh, my bad. You actually said that in the chat. All good. Let's. This on. Actually, what am I doing? We're not even using a linear. I'm playing like we're using a linear, but we're using rockets. Should probably... Yeah, for ammo. I'll do this. We're not using strand stuff, so that's fine. Yeah, let me put this on. I can get back my abilities. And we'll use limit break. Yeah, we'll use limit break because I can get amplified. Buff my super. All right, bet. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I have limit break on. Yeah, limit break. All right. Y'all are good. I see Clutch in the back. Yo, emote if you're ready. All right, actually, he's moving. But yeah, at some point, chat, we're gonna jump back into doing raids and stuff. Because if folks in here are saying that they're down for raids, you know, we can start to slowly like spin something up and get some raids going. That is crazy. That is crazy. Wow. Nah, you're good, dude. You're good. You are not spamming chat at all. That is perfectly fine, man. That's exactly what this place is for. This place is for folks to come in, chill out, hang out, enjoy some conversation. Oh, shit. Oh, we did the wrong first. We're all dead. We're all cooked. Oh, can you just finish it? Oh, shit. If the boss comes in here, I guess. Or does it wipe you? The boss is not coming in. Get your ass in here, chicken. Let's see. 8 seconds. We did the wrong sequence. Let's find out what happens. Nope, we're still gonna die. We are absolutely dead. Okay. You hate this modifier both in GMs, dungeons, or raids? It's the first time I'm actually seeing this modifier, to be honest. Haste. Every time it's been in the game, I must have just missed it because this is the I've never played with this modifier before. So, yeah, it's definitely annoying for sure. It's definitely annoying because, like, if I stop moving, right, and I just start strafing like this, if I just move my stick, it doesn't count as not moving. I have to legitimately... See, I have to move for, like, a second or two until it starts counting it as moving. So, yeah, that's a bit annoying. That is a bit annoying. I mean, I get the sentiment, right? Because you want to keep players moving. I understand that. But, you know, if it was not as restrictive, you know, because you want to do DPS and whatnot, and then you got to think about strafing around. You know, maybe you got a good spot. You don't want to move or something. I don't know. Oh shit. But yeah, dude, to Will's point, you know, if you guys are chilling out at work, wherever, school, like lurking, appreciate it, man. You guys are never spamming chat. You just don't even sweat it. Don't even sweat it. All right, we need square first and then diamond. Square and then diamond. Yep, I'm gonna go start bringing diamond in, so let's make sure we finish square first. Hey, we got another random drop. Let's go. What is that, 3 now? Things are looking up, chat. Things are looking up. That's 1 done. There we go. That's 2 done. DPS time. I gotta get an electrician again. Nah, you're good. You're good. You're totally fine. You are totally fine. We've got folks in here from all over the place. Forgot to go amplified first. I butchered it. See, new land would go so hard if, what you call it, if your boy actually had like a div or something like that. For my botched rotations, that was not bad. That was not bad. But yeah, this boss is not bad to hit the crit spot, but if we had a div, we'd be cooking. Yeah, I gotta build a precision. So you can tell I don't use this gun a lot because I am literally not using it as intended. And I peeked over to the master stacks as we're doing damage, and in my head I'm just like, ×4, fantastic, we're cooking. We are cooking. What the fuck? Y'all saw that, right? Yeah, what's going on, Cyber? It's so hard to hit the crit. It is. It's not a reliable form of DPS if you're gonna use a precision weapon. But you know, it could be done. It could be done. Definitely not your first option. All right, we need square first, then diamond. And you know, also the Vex are not the greatest enemy type to try to hit the crit, especially when you got the boss on your ass. Oh shit, don't blow up, don't blow up. Right. Nice. So the mechanics changes apply to normal mode difficulty? Yeah, they do. This is Eternity mode, yep. And you do have the new mechanics in Eternity mode. The only mode that does not have the new mechanics is Explorer mode. But Eternity and Ultimatum mode do have the new mechanics. I got more stacks than last time, chat. We got ×5. Let's go. Oh my god. So you have to reload every single time for that. Okay. Trying to work that into a rotation is going to be interesting. But I mean, it's got 7 shots in it, so it's not the worst thing in the world. That's my damage, chat. That's totally my damage. I wasn't hitting no crits. That was all on me. That was all on me, team. That's my bad. Leave it to me to be trying to use new land on the boss right now. And literally learn the weapon right now. He said, cuss the boss out with emotional damage. It's the kind of boss to eat a Snickers upside down, so it feels the veins in his tongue. Bro, what? I'm not gonna lie, this boss is annoying as shit. Like, this dude is like freaking, this dude is like Jason. Like, he walks so slow around the map, yet sometimes he's always right next to you. For some reason, you could, like right now, I could go like, all right, cool, boss is over there, bet. Come over here, start doing some stuff for like 2 seconds. Next thing you know, boss is right next to me. It's like when you're not looking, he starts sprinting or some shit. I don't know, but look at this. He's got like a speed boost mechanic or something. We need diamond and then square. Diamond and then square. Alright, this one is diamond. That one's diamond. That one's square. Please let me out. You can go to 100 stacks for the buff. Oh, for new land? One day I'll make it there, chat. One day I'll make it there, chat. But today is not gonna be that day. Oh shit, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Good shit, team. Good shit, good shit, good shit. You have to close the doors. He's actually a menace on ultimatum. He is a menace. It took us a while to beat this dude on ultimatum. Like, ultimatum was a challenge, bro. Like, we've as a Discord, we've run a few contest raids. We never finished, but we've always run the contest raids whenever they drop. You know, because my whole thing with the folks in the Discord, I've always just wanted to encourage folks to, you know, like, try stuff, try raids, whatever the case is. So anytime like contest mode raids would come around, I'd always encourage people like, yo, just jump in, you know, get the experience, just see what it's like. So we usually just jump in, and we, for a couple of years of like doing that, we actually made progress. Like, I forget at the moment what was the first one we did and what was the last one, but we made a lot of progress over the years, like being able to complete 1 encounter, 2 encounters. I remember when Nezarek came out, like, we got up to Nezarek after a while, but we decided to just call it because folks were tired, and we weren't trying to get a day 1 completion. So, you know, folks had work and stuff, so we were just like, yeah, we'll just call it, whatever, no big deal. But it was fun. Like, we got to Nezarek, and then when Sunder Doctrine came out, that was the first dungeon that we tried with a team and from the Discord, and you know, we tried to get it done. It was tough though. It was tough. It was a rough run, but we learned, you know. And now that this event is out, this is like the first time, well, the second time we get to really challenge ourselves with like a contest mode, and we got it done. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It was pretty fucking cool. Yo, I don't know what that boss be doing when you're not looking, but it's some crazy shit. How far did you guys make it in Salvation's Edge? Salvations was the first year we did not get a team together. Like, prior to the raid coming out, the day of the raid, I was able to get some folks together to like try it out, but nobody was able to like commit time wise. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like a full-hearted attempt. But we tried the first encounter a bit. We didn't get through it. We maybe played for like an hour. But yeah, Salvations, unfortunately, we didn't get a team together for that. But every raid prior to that, for like 3 years in a row, I know we did Vow. I know we did Nezarek, and there's another raid in there we did. I forget which one it was. But yeah, we did a bunch of those like day 1 attempts. But yeah, Salvations, we didn't get a good attempt in. But yeah, we usually, you know, we usually just go for it. And yeah, like I've had folks come in and, you know, they're like, yo, dude, you want to do day 1? And I always just try to preface it because, listen, I'm cool with attempting a day 1. If I ever had a team that was down for a day 1, I would join gladly. But because I prioritize the folks in the Discord and I want people to just have the experience, I usually just tell folks like, listen, if you are trying to get a clear, then get a team. If we can put together a team of players who intend to clear, fantastic. But I usually don't ever put that pressure on folks, in our community at least. If they're down for it, that's a different story. But I usually don't put that kind of pressure on folks because, you know, I just want people to try shit. I think that a lot of folks miss out on experiences because, you know, they're afraid of it. They don't feel like they can do it. So that's usually what I try to do. I try to encourage folks just to try it out, you know, just to try it out. And it's been fun, dude. Like, we've taken people into day one raids and beaten encounters. And that feeling of just beating an encounter is like everything. Even if you don't beat the whole thing, just beating an encounter on a contest mode, especially if you're not like a hardcore raider, you know, it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. Now, to be fair, I'm not taking people into contest modes that are doing their first ever raid. That we do have boundaries, chat. We do have boundaries. If you want to raid, you know, I would say start with the normal raids when we do raids. Absolutely, you can jump in. We teach raids. We take our time with the raids. Absolutely. Contest mode raids, we usually will take people who do raids. You don't have to be a master of the raids, but at least have some, you know, have some experience with raids, being challenged, being able to complete encounters, being comfortable with mechanics, that kind of stuff. You know, but just having that experience. So that's more of the speed that I try to maintain around here, because I never want people to feel left out, you know. Because look, I know that there's so many communities out there with tons of like highly skilled players that group up and get shit done in like record times. I know they exist. And yeah, we could ride with those people for sure. But you know, I try to maintain the speed of this community as one where, you know, highly skilled players are encouraged to help folks who maybe not as highly skilled. And I try to encourage folks who might not feel like they are that skilled to just try, you know. And just encourage them that, you know, we'll take our time and we'll do things and we'll invite them to participate and do stuff. And, you know, that's kind of the vibe that we go for. So, but I mean, obviously I'm not opposed to it. If folks want to get together and do stuff and a team full of crack gamers want to do stuff, yeah, I'm down for it. Absolutely. I don't want to shun anybody, but, you know, just trying to set that as the precedent. Because I know we got a lot of new faces that come into the Discord, you know, might be tuning in and curious or whatever. So, you know, I'm just trying to be transparent. I don't want to set any expectations or anything like that. So, you were stuck on the first of Salvations for 8 hours? Yeah, that first encounter for Salvations was tough, dude. It was tough. Day one, it was tough. And like, we figured out the mechanic pretty quick, but we just couldn't execute. So we ended up throwing in the towel early. We were just like, look, none of us were committed for the time commitment. So we were just like, look, we figured out the mechanic. That's a win. We just couldn't get it done. But yeah, I feel you on that. Will said, I was actually really impressed with the last mission of Final Shape. Big, massive boss with a huge group. That was a hell of a way to end Final Shape. That was a really, really fun ending. I'll never forget that shit. We have a clip of that, actually. We had folks from the Discord group up, and that was like, that's a memory I'll never forget, dude, because we had finished the raid for the first time normal mode. We finished it up with folks in the Discord, and then we called for people in the Discord pull up, and then we immediately went into what is it called? Excision. We immediately went in there with a group, same raid group plus some more people, and we ran that shit, chat, and it was so epic. Like, going straight from the raid into that was like, that was sick. That was a moment of all time that I will never forget. You say you just got the emblem for Golden Eternity? Which one is that? For Golden Eternity. Did I get that? They also did it with 4 new people. New land, it will definitely get a nerf before Edge of Fate. Oh, you're talking about new land cooking bosses? Here's what the catalyst is. Yo, what's going on, Brimstone? I do need to hydrate. I'm over here chatting. What's good with you, what's good with you, Brimstone? Oh man, I can chat. By the way, chat. I can talk my ass off, bro. So, you know, my apologies for losing some of the chat. Trying to catch up on what you guys are talking about. He said Bungie needs a gilded version. Bert. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't clip that. Don't clip that, chat. Do not clip that. My brain, the wires are getting crossed. That is crazy. Bungie needs a gilded version. Teaches mechanics, but gives small rewards. Could be left by players that signed up as guides. Might be a way they can improve. New land won't have a catalyst for a while. My guess is it'll increase mag size. Not that much. Yeah, I'm curious what I am curious what the catalyst is going to be. I mean, it won't be a while. We'll get the catalyst for new land in Edge of Fate when Edge of Fate drops. So July, it'll be here soon. You think you almost cried with the kid cutscene? I ain't gonna lie, chat. Look, I'm the kind of dude, if I watch a movie and I get invested in the characters and I really get into like the story and everything, because that's what I appreciate, good storytelling, good characters. I will shed a tear, bro. I will get emotional, you know. I appreciate good storytelling and good characters. So I think I did, honestly. We were streaming too. I think we all did, bro. We were all sitting here getting fucking like emotional and stuff like that. It was a really good. Final Shape was a banger, bro. Final Shape was a really, really fucking good expansion and a hell of a way to like close off the Destiny saga, the Light and Dark saga. Chilling is Friday, Destiny time. Hey, let's go, Brimstone. You said you have to. This is the point in the stream when my brain is book chat. I'm sorry. You actually have to say you're embarrassed as you still have no title. You have no titles in the game yet? Oh wow. I would say if you want titles, start with the seasonal ones. The seasonal ones are usually easy to do. They also have, where is it? I mean, it's if you want to go after titles. You don't have to. I mean, you don't get anything from them. Like I just go for them because we play the game a bunch. Notice all the titles I don't have are raid related and trial. But yeah, like this Deadeye one is usually weapon based. I've gotten it gilded by accident a couple times, but it's never been one that I've chased. But this is one that's not too bad if you want to get a title done, like get your first title done. And there's just some that are just really friggin' cool. Like the names, they're just really cool. Like the Legend title, after 10 years, I was like, I need that. I definitely need that. That's probably my favorite one. The other one is Wanted. Which one was Wanted? Which one was the Wanted one, chat? Yeah, this one from Spire the Watcher. This one's pretty fire too. The Wanted one. And then what would be my next favorite one? Dredging for sure, because I mean, I'm about to lose some of y'all. Please don't unsub and unfollow chat. But I do like Gambit. I do play Gambit, and I do guild Gambit every single season. I missed the first few, but I've gilded it every single season since it's been guildable. So I will be doing that at some point. I haven't played much Gambit this episode, but I will at some point. Yeah, but heavy metal one is pretty cool. Curse is another one. That one's pretty fire. That one's pretty fire. Low-key, Rapid Hit would go crazy on you talking about the new land? Yeah, Rapid Hit would be fire. I know Will said like an increased mag size. That would be pretty cool too. I don't know what they would do with it though, because right now it's already got the damage. So if they do anything with mag size, I feel like that'd be busted. I feel like that would just be too much. I don't know what they could do. Maybe this would be even more busted. Yeah, what if they made it where New Land built master stacks on body shots? Like I'm talking about if you kill an enemy, but on a body shot. Like right now, it's only precision hits. It would completely go against the whole idea behind it being a precision weapon. I know that. Ridiculous. Probably never gonna happen, but that would be busted. If we're talking about busted catalysts. But yeah, I don't know. Rapid Hit could be cool. Extra stability, reload speed. I think that, that could be a thing that they do. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe adding some kind of explosion, like, like a Firefly or something like that. Some kind of explosion that procs off of off of precision kills, maybe. That could be the catalyst. There's a lot of possibilities that they can go with. But I would assume they don't want to make it too crazy, Will said only recently returned. I left when Stasis first dropped and returned just the second act of Heresy. have much to catch up on. Yo, dude, you got a lot of stuff. The cool thing about it is, if you're coming back into the game and you already own Final Shape, and you know, let's say you're coming back into the game and you just own the content, you just haven't played in a while, dude, you got a lot of stuff that you get to participate in for the first time, and you don't have to wait about any like rollouts or anything. You get to experience Final Shape all the way through all the episodes. Because I've said this, right? Like the episodic stuff, it didn't really work because, you know, the cadence of delivery, a lot of people had issues with that, time gating, all that kind of stuff. But the thing I've said in a lot of my reviews of all the episodic stuff is the content itself, talking about the activities, the weapons, the stories in succession, they were all solid, from Echoes to Revenant to Heresy being the best. They were all solid. So the fact that you can now play all of them as a whole, I think is a solid piece of content to be able to jump into right now and play if you own it, for sure. Like the weapons, like I said, are really cool. They're really good. The stories are good. Yeah, Echoes ended flat in my opinion, but everything else with Maya and Shioma, fire. I appreciated that story. Revenant as well, closing off that chapter with Fikral. I appreciated them closing off that chapter. Was it perfect all the way through? No. Solid story, solid ending. So Echoes didn't end well, but everything else was good in my eyes. And Revenant was okay for the most part, and then it ended well, you know. And then Heresy all around was just a banger, in my opinion. So, you know, yeah, if you're coming back into the game now and you're trying to like get your feet wet, you know, jumping back into Edge of Fate, it's the perfect time. And if you don't own any of that content, you could just play Right of the Nine, honestly, and just kind of like wait until Edge of Fate comes out if that's the thing that interests you. So you got options. You definitely got options. Did I play much Gambit Prime back in the day? I so much prefer that game mode than what we have currently. Cyber, let me just, I don't have to say anything. Let me just show you, and I will let you be the judge of whether or not I played the OG Gambit Prime. I'll just let you, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I played the fuck. When I say I love Gambit, chat, it's a drop. Gambit Prime was my favorite version of Gambit. And I've always felt that Gambit should have adopted the different classes from Prime. I've always felt that they should have adopted that. Because, you know, imagine for a second, right? Roll me for a second, chat. I'm sorry. I'm going down a Gambit thing right now. Just let me cook for a second. Just imagine for a second, Gambit had roles, right? And you know, you play, I forget all the roles now, Collector, Invader. There was the one that killed the blockers, and there's another one, I can't remember the last one, of course. Y'all ever have that when you're like listing stuff, you always forget the last thing? I'm forgetting the last thing. But anyway, there was 4 classes, right? So just imagine for a second, you booting up into Gambit, right? And you have everybody loading, right? You have matchmaking based on the classes or whatever, and everybody gets to pick it, you know? And it's just one each. Like, one of the issues was the stacking, I would say, in Game of Prime. The people could stack different classes. If they made it where it was like role-based, where like you matchmake and it's first come, first serve, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be quick. You roll in, you pick your class, you lock to that class for that match, and whatever. Look, some people might be salty, chat, but I'm just trying to be fair. You know, I've always felt like I would have appreciated that being the direction they went with Gambit, because I did appreciate the roles that we had. And just the whole mode, dude. Like, Gambit Prime was the shit. The version of Gambit that we have right now, I still enjoy it. You know, I think a lot of people fell off of Gambit because they really hated the heavy ammo economy. Like they despise that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I don't think that's an excuse right now. Everybody got heavy. We all get right now. The current version of Gambit, everybody gets a crate, so nobody can complain about, oh, they got heavy. Everybody got heavy. So, you know, that's not even a fair assessment right now. And you know, it's a quick mode. You get in, you get out, you melt some bosses, you invade whatever, or you don't invade. Me personally, I'm still a fan, but will Bungie ever do anything with Gambit going forward? Who knows? Who knows? You know? Okay. What role did I play? You was a collector. So I played collector. I played invader. I played them all, dude. If I mained one, it was probably collector. It was probably collector. Running around with mountaintop recluse anarchy on old devour warlock cooking it. Oh, dude, what a meta! What a meta! Collector, Reaper, Sentry, Invader. There you go. That's what it was. That's what it was. You said not hard to use heavy ammo finder mods. I mean, that's true too. That's true too. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Gambit left a sour taste in a lot of people, and I just think a lot of folks just haven't moved on from, you know, the times that they didn't enjoy Gambit to the point where it doesn't matter what Bungie does, chat. I think in a lot of people's eyes, Gambit's just dead. Bungie could legitimately give an effort to Gambit, and I don't think it would change anything because I think people have just written it off. I think the narrative on Gambit is just too strong. I think it's just too strong because a lot of people were saying, and I'm somebody who plays Gambit. A lot of people were like, yeah, dude, like Bungie just doesn't care about Gambit. They don't do anything with Gambit. And I'm over here sitting like, y'all know that Bungie had a test playlist for Gambit. Y'all know they were asking for player feedback at one point for like trying different things and no one participated. Like how they have Crucible labs in PvP, they had that in Gambit. There was a labs for Gambit and they tried something different and no one participated. Nobody shared anything. And I enjoyed it. The labs they did, I thought they were going in a good direction, but you know, they made some changes and it just never hit. So Gambit just kind of fell off for a lot of people, but there's a very niche community out there. There's still folks who play Gambit, I would say. Gambit kind of boring now because we're far too OP. That is very true. Like back in the day, enemies were a bit threatening. It took way longer to kill them. Also, primevals actually had health and our DPS. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like Gambit now is more like a quick get in, get out mode. Like it's not challenging in the slightest. You know, if you want to just get in and shoot some enemies and you know, shoot some guardians for like a very chill experience, a very chill PvE VP experience, yeah, you can jump in Gambit and do that, but it's not going to challenge you in the slightest. It's not. But you know, chat had mentioned earlier that today was going to be a bit of a shorter stream. 8 o'clock is approaching. For anybody who didn't know, because I know folks have come in late and come in later in the stream, but my Knicks play tonight, chat. It's NBA playoffs, and it's a big game tonight. Game starts at 8 o'clock, so I will be jumping off for the night. But I do appreciate everybody in YouTube, in Twitch chat, everybody who pulled up today, hung out, enjoyed some good conversations. Yep, GG's crews. GG's to everybody who ran with us. We're gonna run some more, so don't worry about that. And like I said, we will be trying to start up some raids and whatnot in the Discord. So we'll try to get that thing going. Will said, can you imagine how hilarious proximity chat would be? I'd be toxic, but it would be hilarious. Proximity chat in Destiny? Oh, dude, we wouldn't survive. The Gambit is gone in the open portal. Oh, is it not in the portal? I didn't even notice that. I mean, the portal is going to be the new thing, right, in Edge of Fate, but the old director's still going to be there. So all the stuff that's still on the director will still be there. The portal is just meant to be like the new hub where you just come in and you like quickly get to what you want to get to. I'm pretty sure eventually over time they're going to transition things over and, you know, adapt and build that thing out and flesh it out. But I like the portal. I like the difference. I like the differences in world tiers and difficulty customization. All that stuff is really cool. Like I'm excited for that kind of stuff. To check that out. Hit some people up for raids when I finish work. Let the Discord know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Definitely. We could try to plan some stuff and get some things going. But anyways, chat, that's going to do it for me. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday day. Enjoy your weekend. And I will catch you all in the next one. See you on Tuesday. Peace.